Good evening. How is everybody tonight? Let's see if the screen is centered once it shows. I want to see if the stream goes through. I did a restart before we began. If you can hear me, let me know. Let's see. Here it goes. Oh, got a little advertisement first, so that's okay. There we go. All right. It looks like everything is on screen, so yeah, not too bad. How's everybody tonight? Tonight's kind of special, and I appreciate everyone, all the kind words. I really do. That's really nice. I'm kind of blown away that we're here doing that. So, all right, all clear. Awesome. It looks pretty crystal clear too as far as the video feed, so that means we got a good connection, so that's always nice. So welcome Just Nate, welcome Great Dane, welcome Dissident01. I like that. Welcome Brian Kerr. Welcome Joe Isabella. See here, who am I missing? Danny Sims, welcome this evening. Thank you, Danny. Bob Dikama, welcome. Man, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, 2K. Can you believe it, guys? 2K. I am rather in shock about that. That's kind of a surprise. But I'm super excited to be celebrating with you guys. And ironically, we're one away from 2.01K. Somebody's already been counting like, oh, there's more coming. Yeah, well, 2.01 if we get one more subscriber tonight, so that'll be cool. Hey, welcome. Let's see, who do we got? We got Matt D. Welcome. Acid Test Kids. Welcome. Tyler Williams. Welcome. I said hello to Joe and to Just Nate. And let's see here. Who else we got? Okay, we got Alejandro Reyes. Welcome. Welcome. Ginger Fisher 75. Welcome this evening. Thomas McDonald. Welcome. Welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. We just getting started, and as promised, if anybody can see, we have a couple of kazoos, and I'll tell you a little more about that in a second. And then we have a yes button. You'll enjoy this. This will save my voice. I'll share it with you when we have a few more online. But oh, it's coming up pretty quick. We got 17 so far. All right, all right. Night for Life EDC, welcome. Appreciate you being here tonight. Thomas, I think I already said hello, but I'm going to say hello again just in case I didn't. Who else do we have? Acid Test Kids, I think I said hello. I think that's, yeah. So far, that's the names I've seen. Appreciate you guys all being here, celebrating a Monday. I mean, it's a Monday, and so it's going to be a Rob's Nerdy Knives and Monday Knife Talk, so we'll have that. But kind of special. We are doing a giveaway tonight. This is just a regular giveaway, right? I try to do this every couple of weeks if I can, so I can this week, and we're going to be doing a giveaway. But then next week, we're having another giveaway, a big one. I don't know if you all heard, but yeah, the channel hit 2K, 2,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. So it's kind of our 2,000 subscribers and our monetization giveaway going on next week. So tonight's a little one, still a nice one, but it's a little one. The next one's going to be really cool. Oh, Tyler, thank you so much, man. Hey, all right, now I gotta. Since you did that, I have a couple of things. We have the kazoo. This is USA made. This is in honor of anybody who wants a USA made kind of a kazoo. So I want to respect those who, you know, USA made. This one is not, but it sounds a little bit better and it's kind of cool. And then we've got the mystery button. So I don't know. This one is kind of a in line of tradition. I kept this because of that. So just for you, Tyler, I'm going to go ahead and give you that. I'll let you hear the kazoos too, but this is for you, and you'll hopefully you'll enjoy it when you hear it. All right, that's the bagpipes. So if you remember, let me see if I can show you. I actually put one of the images on there, and I'm going to put it up there real quick. I'll put a few of them. There are the bagpipes. If you didn't see them, so if you happen to subscribe and become a member, guys, you get some emojis and also some exclusive content depending on which level you join. Which is some things that I'll be sharing with the rest of the guys, but there is some kind of cool things. But the bagpipes is one of the emojis in honor of the bagpipes. Thank you, Tyler. But we do have the kazoo, like everyone else said. So you know, I feel like I don't know about you guys. I feel like, the USA Kazoo, I don't know, and then we got the fancy Kazoo, and then we've got that. So I feel like they should be kind of like the hey, thank you, the big thank you, the giant thank you. I don't know. What do you think? Ginger Fisher, thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, Frogin52, welcome. Joe Isabella, I think I said hello, but I'll say hello again. Dissident01, yep, we already said hello. Did I miss anybody? Oh, I hope I didn't. Okay, no. No, I think we're good. All right, we're all caught up. Yeah. So we have the bagpipes, we have the kazoo, and then of course we have some of the other interesting images there. And I've had a few people comment on some of those faces on some of my little thumbnails and some of the videos. They got a kick out of them or a laugh out of them. So I figured, hey, it might be a humorous little image or emoji or whatever to put up there. So I'm all about, if there's some other emojis you guys like, we can absolutely go for it. But there we go. It's all pipes, Jerry. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I am just blown away, Tyler. I cannot believe the 2K came so fast. I was looking back, my first video I posted, I've been on YouTube for a while, right? But I've never done anything like a channel. And so I posted a first video ever, and it wasn't even the intent of doing a channel. I did a video in March of 2022, right? It was this long video, and it was on a Dan Carrier 940 or 904 or whatever integral. And then I did my first official video, and I did like 3 videos on June 15th. That was my first 3 videos, but then I didn't do videos for a while after that. But I didn't really commit to doing video till probably a little bit before Christmas. So, technically we started June of last year, so the channel's about a year old, if you will. And then we've been kind of, going hard at it for, I want to say, I got to go look back at it, but I think we're looking probably closer to November, maybe September, November, around that time. So kind of cool. Tom, welcome, Tom Weingard. Appreciate you being here. Paul Aguirre, welcome, you guys. Yeah, so we're doing a giveaway tonight. There will be a giveaway. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But we're also here just kind of celebrating a little bit the big 2K, which is just crazy. And these are the kazoos. You guys all mentioned you wanted a kazoo, so I got a couple of kazoos. Hey, Matt D, welcome to Nerdy Knives Enthusiast. Man, appreciate you being a member. I think that deserves a USA made kazoo, don't you? Here we go. There you go. How about that? Oh, I'm going to laugh every time I do that, I think. Oh, but that's great. Welcome, Matt. Appreciate it. Hey, thank you, Drink Water. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I can't believe it. 2K. Can you believe it? I'm kind of blown away, but I'm humbled and I'm honored. I'm excited. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you, Dan. Yeah, that's awesome. Are those fat carbon scales on the lander? No, it's not. Yes, they are. They're the fat carbon Mars Valley on the lander. This is the Smoky Knife Mountain Works exclusive lander in the S35, I believe, yeah, S35 VN blade steel. I know there was the M90 one that was kind of cool, but I didn't dig those scales. Yeah, so I like this one a lot. Thank you, Dan. Drink water, yeah, welcome. So yeah, I like this one a lot. This is my favorite version of the lander. I would love to have seen this one in M390. Now, the Unlock composite scales, he came out with some lander scales, but they still have the cutout for the clip on the reverse side. But the way he contours and chamfers them, this sticks out, and I didn't like that. And so as a result, I asked him if he was going to make some without any reversible clip, so you didn't have to do the insert, and he said he was. So I'm waiting on that. I think that would be really cool. I think those would be cool to put on there. So I don't know about you guys, because I like it how this is right here. And he'll make lefty. So if you're a lefty, he'll make a lefty only with no right side. So if you're a lefty, you could get this version and it'll be nice and clean on the other side. So it looks like it's purely a lefty side. I thought that was cool. So you've been looking for the TI Baby Banter scales. Yeah, I've been waiting for those too. Somebody's got to be making them soon. You figure if you've got Unlock Composites making scales, you've got other folks making scales. I think if they're making it, it's only a matter of time before Flightanium, before Rips Garage Tech or before Original Goat starts to make them. I, I, I gotta think that those are just around the corner. You know what I mean? Who do we got? Ground Fog. Ground Fog, welcome. Appreciate you being here tonight. Welcome to this evening. All right, Trevor Crystal, welcome this evening. Appreciate you being here this evening. Ashley Tracy, welcome. I believe, hello, that Kazoo come in yet? Yes, I got two of them, matter of fact. You see this? We got a USA made Kazoo. You know, USA. Look at that part number O. Can you see that? 0819. It's a nice one. And then we have the fancy Kazoo. This one has variable membranes and even got a little mouthpiece. So, you know, a chance for earlier. And then this is the special one. This is the one where you get the Scottish or the Scottish bagpipes. And this is a way to save my voice. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be using from now on. I think this will be the special one, right? This will be the big one, and then we'll do this. Like I'll do a members kind of welcome if somebody joins or something like that. I figured one would be the hey thank you, and the one would be like maybe a little bit bigger kind of thank you. I don't know. What do you guys think? You let me know what you think would be cool. I'm cool with whatever. So, pretty sure I saw a set somewhere. Oh, for the titanium, really, Paul? Do you remember where you saw them? Oh, you think maybe Etsy, like Met and Boss or somebody like that might be making them? I could see those on Etsy. Yeah, for sure. If you haven't done that. Oh, who did the wait? Oh, I'm missing conversation. Tyler, you talked about the baby banter. Oh, wait. Which one were we talking about? The titanium baby banter. Ah, I got you. That's titanium baby banter. Now, where did you get those, Tyler? It says you got a set of scales last week from the titanium baby banter. Is that what you said? I'm kind of curious about that. Just Nate, 26 here. That's awesome. Trying to read. Titanium has a set a TI for the baby. Oh, they do. That is cool. I'll have to check that out. That's nice. Unlock Composites Lander. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I was talking about that. The Unlock Composites Lander. Those are really cool. I have, oh, real quick. I got to update I was supposed to save that. Hold on. Let me do that. All right. I just saved the video, the live stream. If you want to refresh it in the description, it should have the link to the giveaway. And in that link, the giveaway, you'll see where you can enter. So those of you who may be new and those who may not have been here in a while, the way the giveaway works tonight, there's going to be a link in the description. You're going to click on that, and I'll show you. I'll walk through it if you want me to show you on my iPad. But you're going to click on that link, and you're going to go to the video, like, subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, I assume most people have subscribed if you're commenting. But then go ahead and leave a comment. Make sure it's PG so that YouTube filters don't filter you out. Only one entry per person, so if you leave more than one comment, you're welcome to, but I'm going to filter out multiple comments, so it'll just go down to one entry, okay? But that's how you enter tonight's giveaway, and we'll be doing that in a little bit, okay? So that, Leela, welcome. Chicago 23, welcome. Oh, hey, you got the Eclipse Warncliffe getting a Pro Tech mailed this week. PT Plus. Oh, very cool, man. That's awesome. You know, I got a link, and I had a chance to buy that ProTech, the Rick Hinderer Auto, the Warney, not the Warney, but the, which one is it? Is it the Spear Point one? I forget which one it is, but it was there, but it's expensive. Yeah, it's like 650 or something like that, or 600, because I think it's titanium scales, if I'm not mistaken. But looked pretty nice. Looked really nice. It was textured on both sides. I can't see the link for the giveaway. Did you refresh it? Refresh your link because I just saved it and it should be in there in the description. So if you didn't refresh your link, here, let me show you. Because if you have the old link, it's going to cache what you have in there. Let me open up real quick. Oh, I'm on the camera. We don't want that. Let's open up the web page. Oops. Let's open up here we go. All right. So we're going to go to the live stream. So if you go to the live stream, which is this. Uh-oh, got the volume. Let me turn it off. Yeah, okay, we're on Do Not Disturb. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and skip the ad just for a second. All right, so if you refresh it, when you click on it, you will see the link right here. Can you see that? It is there. Here's the giveaway link. If you don't see that, refresh the page, okay? It says it's private. Uh-oh. I thought I made it public that people can watch. So let me fix that for you guys. Let me go fix that because that should not be the case. And if that's the case, I will fix it. So let's go look at that video. I am trying. Oh, I did leave it private. I am sorry. Okay. All right. So let's try that again. Hopefully, I'm going to refresh it. All right. Try it now. Refresh it. Did that work? I refreshed it. I switched it to unlisted so that it should open up for you guys now. Can you guys let me know if that worked? Hopefully that did. I did save it. It is unlisted, so it should be good to go. If you guys can confirm for me, that would be awesome. I'm going to go double check the video. Go to all manage my videos, make sure it says the same thing here after I saved it on the screen. Yeah, okay, it should be, it says that I did update it, so it should be good to go if you guys haven't done that yet. So if you want to give it a try now, refresh it. All right, works now. Awesome, awesome. Sorry about that. I tried to do that beforehand. I actually ate dinner with my family tonight. So, you know, I didn't have extra time. I actually ate, so I'm not going to be starving throughout the night. So I might have a little more energy. So watch out. All right, so just for everybody else, now that we've got it working, so you go to the link right here. Here's the video, right? I'm just where we're at. People get commenting. You close the comments. You go down to the description. That's this part where it says more. So y'all see that where it says more? You click on the more. This is going to open up. Now, if you have an iPhone, it might be on the side or something, but then it says here is the giveaway link, this one. You click on that. It's going to open up here. It's going to tell you a little bit about the rules and everything. And just hit the like button, go in here and leave a comment. Make sure it's PG so it doesn't get filtered out by YouTube filters. And then, yeah, we've already got several comments in there. So that's all you need to do. And then we'll be picking here when we get ready to do the giveaway, all right? So you kind of saw in the video, since you know, now we've already looked at the video, what tonight's giveaway is. It will be a NAVS knife. So this is a special one. And I was part of the Kickstarter, and this is the first one that came out. I haven't carried this one maybe in the house a little bit, but I never really carried it. And that's because when I got this is the one I carry primarily. I love this one, but this one's this is one of those collector pieces that I enjoy. So, but this is an original Kickstarter from NAVS, and it's going to be the Black Lander. And as you know, these are hot swappable scales, so you can switch out to any scales you want, right or left-handed carry. This is the D2 version right here. Beautiful liner lock. Flicks really well. I think it's a great little knife. So that's the giveaway tonight. It's going to be a NAVS Lander. All right. What do y'all think about that? Y'all like the Lander? I mean, it's a great little, I think it's a great knife for, we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but I think it's a great knife to have in a backpack or to have with you in the car, or if you need a small knife for the shorts or something. I think it's a great size small knife. At least that's how I look at it. And that's what so tonight, if you notice, I have a lot of small knives out here. Probably most of my small knives in my collection are here. I have a few larger ones, but most of these are the smallest knives that I have. Like I have my Baby Banter, I have my QSP Mini, which is, I like that one a lot. And then I have my Mini Keen from Kazoo and a Ray Laconico collab. I really like this one. Now it's not as mini when you look at it to the other ones. Still kind of fits, but if you got big hands, it's definitely a mini, right? And you've got the Sakshi, you've got the F5.5. You know, those are smaller. This was I like this one. This is the Enrique Pena X Series. This is the Trapper M390. I actually carried this at my son's wedding, so this one's kind of special. I want to keep this one. So there we go. So in honor of the small knife and a small giveaway and a small feat, which I think is a big feat, as the 2K, I've put out a bunch of my favorite smaller knives that I enjoy carrying. All right, so who else do we got here? We got, let's see, who else? Ashley Tracy, I said hello. I think Joe, I said hello. Hey, Dwayne Letterman, welcome this evening. I think I said hello to Ginger Fisher. Tom Weingart, I don't think I said hello, but so hello and welcome. appreciate you being here. Paul, I think I said out of Chicago, I did. Oh, Ninja X Plays, welcome, welcome. Brian Kerr, yep, I said hello already. Leela, I said hello. In Chicago, I said hello. All right, so good. I think I'm caught up with everybody. Well, man, I don't know if some of you guys have heard, but the channel hit the big 2K. Any fixed blades in the collection? I do. Distant 01, I have one. It is my Dread Eye. Do you want to see it? I can go get it. I have to put my mic down for just a second. So let me go grab that. All right, I'm coming back. I'm going to get the mic back on. Give me just a second. So I am in the process of kind of changing up the studio a little bit. I'm going to get some more fixed poles that are attached to my desk for the lights. I already have one for this light up here. There's a light up here. This one that gives this forward light. That one I'm going to have. I'm also going to attach my Nikon camera to this pole. That this camera here is attached now to a pole that's attached to the side of the desk here. And I'm going to have a Nikon camera for that, and then I'll have another camera so that I know some people have wanted me to see my face. I don't know if you really want to see my face, but you know, I'm nothing to hide about my face, but I will be more than happy to do that. You know, who knows? It may may lower the number of subscribers. We'll see, but hopefully not, right? But and then what else am I going to do? Yeah, I was going to do that. These lights are going to be fixed. We're going to have two cameras. Oh, and I also have a new microphone but I need a couple of cables for it to connect. I got a Rode wireless, and it's supposed to be better audio, so we'll see, right? Hey, Gonzo, welcome. Dave C, welcome. All right, appreciate you guys being here. Let's see here, who else? All right, yeah, saying hello to everybody. That's awesome. Appreciate you guys being here this evening. We are doing a giveaway tonight. If everybody's curious, there is a giveaway. Go into the description, click on the link, enter. Remember to leave a comment, like the video, maybe like this video too if you don't mind, and then just go ahead and make sure your comment's PG so YouTube filters don't filter you out. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to win tonight. We are celebrating. This is not the big giveaway, but next week we're going to have the big giveaway. I'm going to be doing a big giveaway of 3 knives. I don't know if you saw. It's going to be a Devo Knives. I'm not going to tell you exactly which one it is. Most of you probably can guess. And it's also going to be a Kaiser knife, which I think is pretty nice. And it's also going to be a Wii knife, which I think is really nice. So I think you guys will like those. I'm pretty excited about the giveaway next week to celebrate the big 2K and the monetization of the channel. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. And my way of giving back to you, just remember, I'm still a small channel. I don't have any big sponsors. I did get a new affiliate. Blade Ops reached out to me and has made me an affiliate. So if you haven't had a chance, check out my Blade Ops affiliate link in below. If you're looking to buy something from there, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider, you don't have to, but if you would consider using one of my affiliate links, I would really appreciate that. But you know, it helps the channel. All right, Rocky, welcome this evening. Smoked burgers and knives. All right. I actually made a frittata, which I didn't know what it was, but my wife said it's a frittata. Oh, hey, the fixed blades, that's what I came over for. So sorry, I forgot to answer the question. I got distracted. It's like that old movie, Squirrel, right? All right, so this is my fixed blade. This is my favorite one that I actually do carry. It's my Dread Eye by Tactile Knife Company. I really like this one. So it has a nice little, and it has the Tech Lock here, which is really cool. If you're not familiar with the Tech Lock, the way they work, it locks in there really nicely into your belt and everything, and clicks in there really well. So, and this nice Kydex sheet, and this is a MagnaCut at 63, 64 Rockwell hardness, so it's really nice. It's, when I first started stropping this, it was really hard to strop because it's a hard steel, right? So it's going to be a lot tougher in that regard, but it's a great little blade. This, for me, it's a perfect knife. This is the kind of knife that I can use. I got a full grip presentation. I could do some hard work. It's got a little extra point there, like a actual Tonto blade. So I really like that. So that's my one carry fixed blade. I do have another fixed blade, and I talked to you about this. This is my one Safe Queen. This is my dad's knife. He bought it before World War II in the 1930s. It's almost 100 years old. And all my sons want to inherit this knife. He bought this in Norway as a Boy Scout, and very old knife, and it had been sharpened very badly and had rusted, and so I reconditioned or reprofiled the blade. Still have some work to do, but it's much better than it was. I think somebody put it through a manual sharpener, which just killed me, right? And of course, some of this is kind of ripped here in the leather. I have used almost half a jar or half of a bottle of leather conditioner to get this leather not to be crackly and hard anymore. But this is made by Brusletto and Gilo. Can you see that? Brusletto and Gilo. That is who actually did this knife. So it's almost 100 years old. But that is my one Safe Queen. That's my dad's knife. I will probably never carry that, but it's special because, you know, it's one of the few things I have from my dad. So there you go. Oh, hey, Rocky. Appreciate you gifting a membership this evening. Thank you so much, man. That deserves that. Let's see here. Whoever got that membership. Let's see here. Looks like maybe Ashley. Oh, Ashley. So in honor of that, I have my kazoo. I was thinking this is going to be the American kazoo. I have two kazoos, right? I have this kazoo and this one, and then we have the big button. This is the special button. I played that one a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna do a kazoo for you. This is the USA kazoo, made in the USA. So here we go. There you go. Everyone wanted me to, and so if anybody was watching, your first time here and you're going, what is the deal with those kazoos? It was one of those kazoos. People said, hey, you know, we need to do something special. And everyone's like, yeah, kazoo, kazoo. So here we go. We do kazoo. And matter of fact, one of the emojis as a member, if you didn't see it, and I'll go ahead and post it up there, is the kazoo. So that was in honor of the request. So if you see little kazoos there, that's in honor of the what everybody had seemed to like. And this is the fancy one though. This one is plays a little nicer. So we'll do this one here if for something. Maybe I don't know. You tell me. You tell me when I should play it, or if I should just play them randomly. I'm fine with that too. I want to make sure, you know, it's cool. But welcome, Ashley, as a member. I really appreciate that. And thank you, Rocky, so much for gifting that membership. That is super awesome of you guys. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Well, you missed the bagpipes. Okay, so Dave, they're not gone. Okay, just for you, Dave. Just so everybody knows, the bagpipes are not gone. They are special. They are the big yes. Are you ready for this? I'll play this just for everybody so you know the bagpipes are here. This is so that my voice doesn't get totally destroyed. But here you go. You ready? So the bagpipes are here. I recorded it on one of these little buttons so that it wouldn't destroy my voice. So this is the big yes button, right? And we will play the bagpipes. That way I'm not at the end of the evening talking like this because my voice is gone. So I hope you will understand, because you know, you do that too much, I won't be doing live streams much longer. I won't be talking much, right? So I thought that would be a cool. And I'll try to see if I can re-record it. That was one of the better recordings, and it wasn't bad. I feel like it could be better. So, you know, I like it to sound a little better, but it sounded pretty much like what it sounded on the stream. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Hey, Norman Invader, welcome this evening. Appreciate you being here. Oh man, welcome, welcome. So we're getting close to the giveaway. If you didn't know, so if you guys haven't done it yet, for some of you who are new, we are doing a giveaway tonight. This is the small giveaway. It's not the big 2K giveaway, which is next week, and I'm going to be promoting that this week. This giveaway is going to be the one right here. Let me go back to the video. Here's the live stream where we're at. Oh, it's going to go a little advertisement, so we'll let it play, which is perfectly fine. So I'm going to skip that one. So here we are in the live stream. If this is your first time and you haven't entered yet, this is where you want to go. You close the chat, you go to the more, hit on the more. Right here, this is this right here, the giveaway link. This is the Monday night giveaway. You click on that. This video is going to open up. Monday night, June 19th, giveaway video. This is where you want to go. Like, subscribe, and then leave a little comment there. Make sure it's PG. One entry per person. If you leave more than one comment, I'm going to filter out duplicates. That's fine, but just make sure it's PG so you don't get filtered out by YouTube. And that's how you enter. This is the entry video. You have to be here for when I draw your name. If you're not, we'll wait a few minutes, and if you don't show up, or if you've left for some reason, then we'll do another one. All right. So this right here is the giveaway video for tonight, and it is going to be, and I'll go ahead and talk about it. I'll go ahead and move some of these knives out of the way so we can get closer to the video, because, you know, I try to do the first giveaway, at least when I have one video, I try to do it, halfway, about half an hour or so, maybe a little later into the evening, and then we get into the knife talks for that after that. But I'm going to try to make some room here. All right, so we'll put that down here and our big yes button. So tonight's giveaway is going to be a NAVS lander. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm catching up on the videos here. The recording sounds like a dying animal. Yeah, it does, right, Dave? I figure that's why I want to make it sound better. You know, the problem was when you record it, you have to go on this record button, and then you have to put. I was using my elbow and trying to hold it down at the same time. I'm gonna have to get somebody's help to make that record a little bit better. I think that was the problem, you know, because I'm there kind of with the elbow down and trying to hold it and record. So, yeah, I think it could sound better. I'm gonna have to try to if I can do that. But yeah, you're right. It does. It's a little lacking, but it's entertaining. Uh, all right, so you love the bagpipes. I appreciate it though, but you know what? They're funny. If nothing else, you'll get a laugh out of that, right? So that's the whole goal, right? All right, pass everything forward. All right. So here we go. This is the NAVS lander. I'll go ahead and take it out one more time. I did a little bit earlier. This is from the actual Kickstarter, one of the very first one that he did, and I actually got this one, and I like it. I like it a lot. But as you guys know, I got the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive lander, and this is the S35VN with the fat carbon Mars Valley scales. This is the one I like to carry a lot, and I like this one a lot more, and so I wanted to pass this along because I don't carry it. And I thought this would make a great giveaway, and I thought somebody would really enjoy this. If you are looking for a first knife or a small knife to carry with you in your shorts, or just maybe with you in your car, or maybe the ladies in your purse or something. And the cool thing is these scales are swappable. You can replace them with any color, get them right off of NAVS. NAVS company, the navsknives.com. Check him out. That's different than NAVS Sale, right? NAVS Sale is matter of fact, I have a link for them too, but NAVS Sale, they sell used knives, and so that's a really cool place to go to. But NAV Knives is Ben Peterson. He's the guy that used to do, he was at Blade HQ, and he used to do a lot of their promotion stuff, but he now does the lander. And he's also the guy who designed the the banter, and the baby banter, and the big banter. And I believe he's coming out with another knife, I thought. Yeah, he's coming out with a bigger version of the lander. I forget, is it Lander Large or something like that? I forget what that one's called. But this is the giveaway. D2, it's a liner lock, locks up really well, nice and solid. I think it has really nice action for the knife. So this is a great little giveaway, I think. And it's something that I wanted to pass along and share with you guys, and I thought maybe somebody might enjoy that. So that is the giveaway tonight. I backed the lander too. That's cool. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that one. So that was fun. Oh, I appreciate that, Justin. Man, that's really nice. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Rocky, appreciate it. So yeah. So again, let's go ahead and go over the rules real quick. We'll do this for everybody's sake. The rules are, and I'll just put them up here just for everybody's sake so we all know. Anybody who's new, and for you guys who are not, this will be old, must be 18 years old, right? You've got to contact me within 7 days at the channel's email address, robsnerdyknives@gmail.com, right? The winner will contact me. And then when you contact me, you're going to provide me a continental USA address that I can ship a USPS small flat rate box to. In that email, you'll provide that address. And as a result, any return shipment forfeits the prize, and which becomes part of the next giveaway. And the reason why I say that is because I'm going to cut and paste exactly your address that you give it to me into that USPS app, and I'm going to generate a label from there. And so I'm not going to edit it or modify it. I'm just going to cut and paste it. So hopefully it's correct. So make sure it's correct if you're the winner. And then when you contact me, you acknowledge that you are adhering to your state and local knife laws. That's really important. And then finally, I'm going to confirm who you are. Right now, we're still small, right? I get it. But, oh, did we get another membership? Oh, did I miss that? Oh, we did. Oh, Rocky, 5 memberships. Wow, Rocky. Holy cow. Okay, that right there, that deserves a bagpipe. Don't you think, Rocky? I think that deserves a bagpipe. Man, there we go. That's for Rocky right there. And I think that deserves the special kazoo for each one of those members. Don't you think? Here we go. All right, so this is for, I got to do this 5 times, right? So, excuse me. I think I did an extra one, but that's all right. That extra one's for Rocky. It's First time doing that. So there you go, man. Congratulations to you guys who got memberships. And Rocky, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. That's awesome of you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am humbled and honored. So that's really cool. All right, so to finish up, because I just want to finish this so in case anybody's hanging on, right? If you don't confirm who you are, then you forfeit your prize. But it's real simple. I'm going to give you a little screenshot how to do it. It's super fast. Anybody who's won can tell you it's super easy. I'm doing this because as the channel grows, now we have 2,000 subscribers. We're kind of growing, and that's kind of cool. And I'm real humble about it because I kind of can't believe it's happening, but it is. So I want to make sure that whoever wins gets their prize. I don't want somebody coming along and stealing it or trying to steal it, okay? So that's a way to protect you guys, make sure the right people get the right prize. All right, so that's what that is. That's how you enter. And again, it looks like we got 31 now, so if you haven't entered, make sure you enter. Going back to the video, we're going to go into the live stream here. It's going to give you a little advertisement, and that's cool. Thanks to you guys subscribing. I'm actually monetized, so I appreciate the commercials very much. And so as we go into the video, you want to close the chat. You want to go to the more. You want to see this link. Here's the giveaway link. Click on the link video. This is where you want to leave a comment. You want to leave a comment down here. Make sure it's PG so YouTube filters don't filter you out. And then you want to like and subscribe to the video. So please subscribe and like the video. And that way you get entered into the giveaway. And that's how we do it, okay? So I just want to make sure you guys get a chance to enter. We will wait a few more minutes. I'll go another, maybe about 5 more minutes. Wait to see if anybody else is going to join. Yeah, we're getting several people joining now, so because of the giveaway. So we'll wait just a few more minutes for that. But I appreciate it, man. On second thought, don't change the recording. It's hilarious. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, right. It's almost like that. You almost have sympathy for it, don't you? I mean, it's almost kind of I don't know. It kind of has a unique sound to it. Let's put it that way. Maybe that's the nicest way to describe it, right? Hey, Todd, welcome up, Todd Carr. Appreciate it. Hey, Homer Feltus, welcome. We still haven't done the giveaway. You've still got time to enter. Thank you for joining. Please click on the link and click on the link in the description. El Cap Addict, welcome. Appreciate you guys joining tonight. Yeah, tonight we're doing the Monday night live stream and we're doing a Monday night giveaway. This is the regular giveaway. We try to do one every couple of weeks, right? And then next week we're going to have the big 2K giveaway. That's going to be 3 really nice knives, I think, for a giveaway. So, they are definitely a little step above, I think, budget knives. One's close to a budget knife. I would consider a budget knife, but the other 2 are just an upper one. The other one's upper echelon on budget knife, and the other one is above a budget knife. I would consider it a regular knife. So, and tonight's giveaway is going to be the Lander. Okay, so this is tonight's giveaway. If you haven't had a chance to enter, please do. I appreciate that. All right, so what do we got here? Is that pink? Is that a pink poop emoji there, Rocky? I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm not sure how I think about that. A pink emoji. It's almost like the commercial. Since you all are on YouTube, you've got to have seen. You remember for the Squatty Potty when they had the unicorn with the rainbow ice cream coming out? Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Lander lately, yeah, that's cool. You got the Sumo. Not sure for how to feel yet. Oh, so you got the Sumo. You're not sure about it. Okay, I was curious. I wasn't sure what you thought. Just real quick before we go to the giveaway, because some of you guys I know you're like, oh, just do the giveaway. But for some of you other guys, I don't know if you know what's happening on Wednesday. Did you all see this? This is not the Mini. This is the Evo Typhoon. This is the full-size version. That's being dropped on Wednesday. And I can tell you, I have had a Mini Tempest, which is about the size of this one. Beautiful knife. I like the heavier blade and everything, and I think with Brian Nadeau's double detent, the way not double detent, I guess sort of double detent, right? It's got the click, you have that double click sort of engagement of his detent. I like it on a heavier blade. It's really, really nice. On a lighter blade, it's a little, it's not my cup of tea, right? On this size blade, I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm super excited about that. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check that out. Maybe Wednesday you want to check that out. It's going to be dropping them. He's going to have, looks like a Arctic Storm, marble carbon fiber with a black handle. He's going to have a silver or plain titanium with a carbon fiber. And then he's going to have these, I don't know what you call them, speed holes, but sort of, or aspirated. Well, I guess, okay. I mean, if you're a first responder, I guess that's a kind of a cool thing to have, right? Anyways, so there you go. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what you guys think about that. It's a super noisy knife. Which one is that? All right, so I'm thinking I'm missing something. Ashley, Tracy, what is a super noisy knife? Which one are you talking about? Still driving, but want to wish everyone good luck on the giveaway. Yeah, hey, thank you, Todd. I appreciate it, man. Keep your eyes on the road, but thank you. Listen in by all means. And if you do get called to be the winner and you've already entered, just, you don't have to type anything fancy. Just type some gibberish. We'll get you. We got you that you're driving, and we know that you're the winner if you get called. What is it? Fibitabit? I don't know if I can pronounce that correctly. I am totally butchering your name, so I apologize. Fibitabit. Is that? I think that's close as I'm going to get. B for Baron. Welcome. You're driving too. Drive safe, but man, just type gibberish if one of you guys gets picked. All right. I want to make sure everyone's safe, but I will get that you are here. You don't have to make sense in your typings. I totally understand. Okay. Let's see here. Who else did I say hello to? Everybody. It's a Fibitabit. I think that's how you pronounce it. Fib-it-a-bit. Fib-it-a-bit. Oh, fib-it-a-bit. I got it. Fib-it-a-bit. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. All right, cool. Gonzo, welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. Yeah. All right. We are probably close to where we're going to do the giveaway. So let's go ahead and do that because I know some people are driving and I want to make sure you're safe, but we are definitely going to be doing the giveaway here. So I'm going to move that over here a little bit and we'll move that up here. So let's go ahead and get to the video. If you haven't entered, anybody, if you haven't entered, please, by all means, go into the description. If you haven't done that already, here's the video. Make sure, here's the chat and everything. It's doing a little commercial right now. You want to go here in the more section. This last time I'm going through this, I promise. You hit that, and then in here, you're going to see here's the giveaway link, and this is a link right here. Do you see that? You click on that link video, and it's going to open up this video. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And that's going to enter you in. One entry per person. If you leave more than one, it's fine. We'll filter it out. But that's where you're going to enter, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get the comment picker up, and we'll get ready for that. Let me open that up real quick. And we'll go back to the video. So here we are. There's a channel, YouTube comment picker. There we are. All right, so here's the comment picker. So I need to get the video. This is the video that we're in, so everybody knows. This is the entry video, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the share button. I'm gonna copy the link, all right? And now we're gonna go back to the comment, and I'm gonna click on that, and it always zooms in for me. Let's get over there. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and paste in the link. So just to double check, if everybody wants to verify, that is the video for the giveaway, all right? Everybody good? All right. And if you haven't entered, enter as soon as you can. If you haven't entered, please enter now. Wait a couple seconds. I'm going to go ahead and filter duplicate users. All right. So just one entry per person. Right. And then I'm going to do a little math down here. 4 plus 1 is 5. All right. All right, so then I'm going to get the comments. All right, everybody ready? Anybody need a few more seconds? Anybody need a few more seconds? All right. Hello, good evening, Bert Window. Welcome. Bert, have you entered yet? Since you just said hello, we're about to do the YouTube thing. If you haven't entered, go into the description, click on the link for the video, enter, leave a comment, make sure it's PG and everything, but please enter. Okay, Chris Howell, you just got here. Welcome, Chris. Okay, we got a whole bunch of people that just jumped in. All right, so real quick, I'm going to give a couple more seconds. I said I would go, but I mean, there's a lot of people who joined. I don't want them to miss out. So you guys who just joined, we're about ready to pick. I haven't done it yet, but if you can go to the entry video, remember it's in the description. Click on the link for the entry video. Go to that video, leave a comment, make sure it's PG, right? So YouTube filter, this doesn't get filtered out as a valid comment. and then go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already, obviously. And then 1 entry per person. I'm going to filter out duplicate users. So you can leave more than 1 comment. I don't care. That's fine. If you leave as many comments as you want, but just 1 entry. All right. So who has not entered? Who has not entered? So we're waiting for Bert and Chris. Who else do we need to wait for? Bert and Chris, let me know if you're ready. All right. I'm going to hang on here. I don't want you to miss out. Bert and Chris. Anybody else? Anybody else do I need to wait for? Anybody else? Anybody else not entered? I want to make sure everybody gets a chance. Who has not entered? Let me know. Tell me to wait. Tell me to wait unless you're ready. All right, thumbs up for everybody who's ready. Thumbs up for everybody who's ready. Let's do that. Thumbs up. You just got done driving 9 hours. I bet you did. All right, that's a long drive, Chris. That's a long drive. I mean, kudos to you for making that long drive. All right, so here we go. Anybody need more time? I see thumbs up, so I think here we go. Here we go. Refresh first, please. So, well, it hasn't done anything yet. So what we're doing, I'll just for you guys, so you're confident. All right, I'm gonna go back to the video. Here's the video. Okay, so this is the giveaway video, just so you all know, right? I'm gonna do share. I'm gonna get the comments right here. Okay, I copied that. Then I'm gonna go over here and I'll go ahead. I will do a refresh on this video. All right, I hadn't done anything yet. I didn't even get a count yet, so I'm going to paste it in there. And just for you guys, just to confirm, that's the giveaway video. All right, we're going to filter out duplicates. All right, anybody need more time? All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to do my math. 1 + 5 is now 6. And let's get you 2 comments. What do we got? 43 entries. That's pretty awesome. All right. Oh, man, the numbers are going up. That's cool. All right, so 1 in 43 chance. Here we go. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? We're going to go ahead and go. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Here we go. The winner is Homer Feltus. Welcome. Congratulations, Homer Feltus. All right, hey, for you guys who didn't win tonight, remember next week, don't all just leave, but remember next week is the big 2K giveaway. We're going to be giving away 3 knives next week. 3 knives. It's going to be a big deal, some really nice knives. If you leave, I totally understand, but come back for the giveaway next week. That's the big 2K giveaway. But Homer, congratulations. Do me a favor. Is Homer here, though? Let's just make sure. Was he here? I didn't even get a chance because I was real quick talking to everybody because I usually know as soon as we pick. Oh, there he is. Awesome. Awesome. I see it. Homer, congratulations. All right. So Homer, let me get my email address out. Make sure it's nice and small so everybody can read it, right? I printed it really big for people like me who need big fonts. But there you go. If you would email me at robsnerdyknives@gmail.com. All right. Just email me at robsnerdyknives@gmail.com. And if you don't get this, you can come back to the video and watch it again. Just remember, it's probably about, let's see here, 47 minutes into the video is when I do this. So congratulations. But for those of you guys who've already, I know a bunch of people already left, but just remember, next week is the 2K giveaway. Everyone's welcome. We're going to talk knives. We're going to chat. We're going to just have a good time talking. So if you guys want to hang around, please do. If you guys need to go, I understand. But just remember, next week is a big 2K giveaway, 3 knives. That will not be just all done in the first half hour. I will probably take at least an hour and a half to go through. We're going to do the first giveaway half hour in, the second giveaway probably 45, 60 minutes in, and then the next giveaway it's going to be about 60, 75 minutes, maybe 80 or 90 minutes in, depending on how the evening goes, because that's going to be the big giveaway, all right? And just so you know, a little hint, it's going to be a Devo knives, it's going to be a Kaiser knife, and it's going to be a Wee knives that we're giving away. So I'm super excited about those. I think you'll enjoy those. But congratulations to you, Homer. Again, here's Homer who won. Super awesome. Just remember, provide your shipping address in there, and then I'll follow up with you either tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, because usually this runs a little late. And then we will, I'll ask you just do a couple of quick steps. You can ask anybody here, people who've won. It's super simple. You just follow a few steps to make sure that you are who you are. And it's really for the sake of when the channel gets bigger and bigger, right? I want to make sure the people who win will actually win. They actually get their prize. I don't want anybody's prize to be taken from them because somebody might come in here thinking they can take the prize, right? So that's the point. All right, email sent, awesome. I will check for it when I get a chance. I won't do it right now because obviously we are still talking knives and stuff. So let me see here. Oh, I need to go a little higher. A little higher. Trying to bring all the knives back into view here so we can talk a little bit about them. All right, so now that we've done the giveaway, and we are going to be doing a obviously another. We'll be doing a big 2K giveaway next week, which I'm super excited about. I would love to do it tonight, but that's not fair. I want people to know about it. I want people to have a chance to come and join us for it because, you know, that's kind of a big deal. It's not every day, at least not for me. It's not every day that I hit 2K subscribers. I mean, that's my first time ever. So, you know, it's a big deal. And I'm super humbled and awesomely surprised and grateful to you guys for it. So, awesome. All right, so, oh, I guess I can stick this one in here. There we go. And we'll bring the kazoos back. So in case anybody's curious about the kazoos. So do you guys like the kazoos, by the way? What do y'all think about the kazoos? I thought one, you know, kind of a nice, you know, fancy one there. I mean, they aren't super fancy. Truth be told, they're not. Kazoos aren't expensive. At least the ones that I found. I mean, I'm sure there's probably an expensive kazoo out there, but these aren't super expensive, right? But I thought it was cool. This one's USA made. I just thought that was kind of cool because I know, you know, some people are like, I'm only buying USA made knives, right? So, you know, you're gonna be like, I'm only getting a Shaman because that's USA made. Everything, you know, even the Rips Garage Technology Skills, USA made. That's what I'm gonna get. And it may be, you know, a McNeese because that's USA made. That's the only thing I'm gonna get, right? And I think those are my only two USA made in this list. Well, this one's USA sort of made, right? I mean, its parts come from overseas, but mostly everything assembled and worked in the United States. But I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, this one here, my fixed blade. All right. You love the kazoos? That's awesome. Cool. The Zerkatai kazoo. Man, could you imagine how much that kazoo would weigh and how expensive that would be, a Zerkatai kazoo? And then, you know what? We'd have to have a Timascus kazoo, wouldn't we? Wouldn't we have to do a Timascus kazoo? That would be really cool. It would be unique. That would have to be custom made though. You know, if this channel ever gets big, like crazy big, right? You know, I'm open to it, right? I'm never going to think, I'm blown away if it did, right? But if it did, as a joke, I think it would be hilarious to have a zirconium, I mean, a Zerkatai or a Timascus or, you know, zirconium or something like that kazoo. I think that would be awesomely hilarious. I don't know. I think that just would be awesomely hilarious. I would love that. So, all right, who we got? Oh, El Cap sounds terrible. I think it's funny. Yes, it does sound terrible. It's not a beautiful instrument, really. I mean, I'm sure somebody can play the kazoo really, really well. I'm sure somebody can make that thing sound amazing. I have no doubt. I just know that it's probably not me. But you know, I play it because it's fun, and I think it's good for a laugh, right? And it's something different. You know, we're trying to be a little bit different than have our own unique thing over here, and I think that's kind of what makes it enjoyable. So, can we see that mini keen? Absolutely, absolutely. So here's the mini keen. If you haven't had a chance, I think, did I drop it? Oh, maybe it's dropping tomorrow, the video for this, or the day after. So this is the mini keen. This is a Ray Laconico design, if you're familiar with Ray Laconico. Very sleek lines. I've already been carrying this. Really nice and centered. This is sandblasted. You can get it with the satin finish. I got the sandblasted, and the reason why I did, because I like to middle flick the knife. And so with the sandblasted, it's really easy to middle finger flick this knife. The action, I think, is really, really nice. Still breaking in for me, but really, really nice, right? And the flipper works really well. Now, if you know on the full keen, and I can pull that out, it doesn't have any jimping on it. This one does. And it makes sense on the little one because, you know, you've got the frame lock here, and the lockup is a good 50%, maybe we're more at 60%. Yeah, maybe. But it's solid. It's solid. There's no blade rock. It's in there really solid. And the detent, boy, I'm doing the review, aren't I? Really nice. Clicks in really nice. There's no rock in there, so it's really solid. It's a small knife. There's no question. It's definitely a small knife, and that's why I like it. But it's a small knife that I can fit in my hand, right? Just like I like my mini penguin. This is something I carry as a fifth pocket knife. And that's why I like this one. This is really nice to have as a fifth pocket, especially if I'm carrying something a little nicer. It's definitely a three-finger knife. But That's what I like about the Keen. I like that because of that. So, what do you think about that? You like the sound of it? Yeah, it would be a small fortune for that. Absolutely. It really would be. Oh, Byron Kennedy, welcome this evening. I don't know if I said hello to you yet, but I'm going to say hello now if I didn't. Yeah, it does sound crisp, doesn't it? I think, I mean, and the, it's really hard to fail. It's got a nice crisp detent, not crazy detent, not anything I really have to tune, and it flicks really well. You know, I think, I mean, as with any knife, you know, people say you can't fail a detent. Well, I would say it's almost, there's very few knives that you can't, where you can't fail to detent, right? But almost every knife you could in some way fail to detent if you had the right physics and angle and everything. But, you know, I'm sure there's a few exceptions to that, but I'm sure those detents are also pretty strong. But yeah, I like it. It works really well as a push button. Now, if you saw that, so if you do the push button, and it also works well as a light switch. So that works really nicely. And it does pop out. It's got a nice pronounced flick, and then the grip is really nice. This clip is nice and rounded. There's no hot spots. Really comfortable. So for like a small knife to really cut into boxes and carry with me, I like that. It's very ergonomically comfortable. I keep it at the desk a lot to open up letters and envelopes because, you know, it's got a nice thin blade, so it's really perfect for that. And it strops up really nicely. That S35VN steel, it's crazy sharp. So I don't know. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, the Mini Penguin, I like that one a lot too. It's one of my favorite. I like the jigged titanium on the Mini Penguin. I think it's just really cool. It's just such a nice touch. Now, McNeese had a jigged titanium scale, but yeah, it's probably hand done by him. So I mean, that's your, yeah. This is machine probably going through a machine, you know, kind of a milling machine where it's done via the computers. I wonder, maybe he has a machine as well, but I wonder if he does it by hand. Just seems like it would be something he might do by hand. But it is really nice. As a total body of work, Laconico's designs are my favorite. Yeah, I like them a lot. I might like some of the one-offs from the other designs a little more. Okay, yeah. Now, does Laconico, does Ray, does he do a lot of, does he do any like customs? Is he a guy who did start off with customs and then kind of started designing? Or has he been primarily just a designer? You know, kind of like Leon Ma, most of his stuff is just, you know, design. It's not necessarily any customs, right? Yeah, I would agree with you on QSP. QSP's detents are really nice. I do admit I like softer detents. You guys know that. And I tend to tune my knives a little softer because I like the drop. I like the smooth drop. I don't like a crazy soft detent, right? I don't want it to be like where you can shake it open or something, right? But I don't like, I will say, I'm not up there with Kevin in Lefty EDC. He loves really strong detents. And I will say that probably is a little strong for me. So I would prefer something a little lighter. But here's the thing, if he has something that he thinks is not very strong, then I'm probably going to think it's pretty nice. If he has something that he thinks is a little weak, I'm going to probably think, you know, if I think it's really strong, he's going to probably think it's really nice. How about that? Oh, the Mini Penguin, yeah. Now, Joe, real quick, and Tyler, did you guys get the traditional pocket knives one, or do you have one of the other ones? Because I know Caviezo had a exclusive run as well, but then I also know they made just the regular titanium, and then they had some of the ones with really cool carbon fiber and stuff. Oh, okay, MBK, Monterey Bay knives, yeah, okay. Oh, so is he one of the big designers over there for Monterey Bay? That's why I really like their designs. Okay. What I like about his design, I mean, you can almost always, like, you can see his flipper is very unique. His style and the shape. It's, some people, I know some people call this super simple. They feel like it's very, like, but to me, when you can take something that's very elegant and look seemingly simple but be unique and crisp, I don't know. That to me is, that's almost like a whole nother design element there, you know? I mean, I like a little over the top crazy, you know, like, so don't get me wrong, like Olamic Customs, you know, I like, this is so unique and so different in so many ways. I do like it. Yet there's still some simplicity that's there that I think I really appreciate. Just like the Chavez rendition, that one is, this one doesn't have as many sharp, crazy angles as some of the other ones. I mean, the kickstop is probably the craziest flipper on this thing, but a lot of the other Chavezes have some really extreme angles, right? And this one I like, but to me, it's the one that appeals to me the most. The Old Guard is also smooth, yeah. Is that the one by Kaiser? Is that the Kaiser Old Guard that you're talking about, El Capatic? Oh, the ECZ button lock. Wait, there's going to be a button lock? Oh, that's cool. There's a lot of people coming out with a button lock. Did you all see that DLT Trading had the Rick Hinder button lock autos? They're dropping those pretty regularly now. That's kind of interesting. Is anybody a fan of those? Uh, I mean, I like Hinders for quality, and I think it's a great knife. It's just not quite my aesthetic. I think there's some that might speak to me more, but I haven't found one yet, right? You know, I'm sure there would be one at some point, but so you're saying that they're going to do a ECZ button lock. So I assume that's one of their designs. I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh, the other thing I wanted to let you all know, I am trying to get my studio set up where I've got to have the camera go down, and I'm using OBS so that I'll actually be able to do the web page, and I can share that as we look at it together. So I'm super excited. So I won't have to do the iPad, which I know is kind of old school, whatever. I think it'll be a little nicer as long as I figure it out and make sure it's a nice interface. But I just wanted to let you guys know. I think it'd be kind of cool if we look something up, right? If somebody makes a comment, say, hey, check this out, and we can just open it together. All right, so let's look at Monterey Bay. Oops, I mistyped that. Bay knives. Okay, so you're saying it's the EZC. So let's see. This one here. Oh, yeah. Okay. That is really nice. I like that a lot. Yeah, you can definitely see the Ray Laconico designs in that. There's no question about it. Absolutely his aesthetic, which I appreciate. I like it. Oh, you need a Warney version of the, which Warney of the Old Guard? So the Old Guard, I think, was up here, right? This is the one? So you're saying they may have a Warncliffe version of this one? Let's see. Okay. Now, does this have oh, it's 14C28N. Yeah, and it's a really good price for 14C28N. Man, that's a good price. Wow. I did not know that would be cool to try out. I'm definitely going to I should get myself notified for that one. Let me put my email address in there for that one, because I would like to know about when that one becomes available. Very cool. The Kaiser Yorkie, okay. Our Laconical, yeah, the Yorkie one. I did see that one. That one has the similar flipper to the Keen, the large Keen, and that's where I saw it. And I thought, man, they look very, very similar. It's a very unique and aesthetic. Hey, Me with Knives, welcome. Good evening, sir. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, we just getting into the knife talk. I just want to let you know, for anybody who's here, next week is going to be the big 2K giveaway. So in case you are leaving or you showed in and you dropped in and you were like wanting to be here for the giveaway we had tonight, we had it, but we will have another giveaway next week. Yeah, I'm trying to lure you like a, candy on a stick or whatever, or carrot on a stick, or however the phrase goes, right? But hey, it's the big 2K celebration. I would love to have everybody who's here tonight be there next week. So in case you need to leave or you missed it and you don't want to be here, I just want to share that. But I appreciate everyone being here. So Bert Window, did I say hello to you yet? I don't think I did. So hello, Bert. Gonzo, I think I said hello with you, but I want to make sure if I didn't, I'll say hello again. So the Old Guard, the Mini Old Guard has the warrant. Oh, the Mini Old Guard. Okay, so that's the one you're talking about. Yours is the full size? Yeah, I can't wait till I can show this up on the screen. It'll be a little nicer, I think. Okay, so there's the Mini Old Guard. Oh, that is nice. What's the size on that one? So we're dealing with handle length 4 inches. 3, so it's 7 inches. That's actually not super, super small, surprisingly. I mean, it's small, but it's not really super, super small. I mean, it's 4-inch handle. It's around this size here as well. And so that's kind of cool. And it's a Ray Laconico and S. Owens. Is that Steve Owens, or what's S stand for? I should know that, but I don't know. So you want the full version of that? And you had the full version of the where is it? The old guard. So is there an old guard version? Man, they have a lot of knives. That's cool. There's the Easy Z. That looks like that's the micarta version. The Sea Otter. I've heard a lot about the Sea Otter. That seems to be really popular. Anybody have a Sea Otter? The turbo carbon fiber. That's interesting. I think my favorite designs out of all of these, I mean, the Rosalinda is kind of interesting, but I think I like the easy button, the easy C button lock is really nice. The mini old guard, I really dig that. That's cool. And I like this mini, the mini pen. That looks like it might be a little bigger than just a little one. What's the point, EDC? Welcome. Good evening, sir. Appreciate you joining tonight. Gonzo, oh, what's the point? I like that. Yeah, it's like, it's what's the point, EDC, but you know, you can also ask the question, what's the point? What's the point, EDC? It's to carry knives, right? I bet that's probably the long question there. I'm answering a rhetorical question for you. I shouldn't. I'm not a philosopher. I should stay away from that, right? Oh, Gonzo, you have one up for sale or trade. That's cool. Very cool. And the one you're, so Gonzo, you have which one? Oh, you have the Kickstop 229? Oh, so you're getting rid of your 229? Is that what you're saying? Well, that's cool. If somebody's looking for a 229, if I understood that correctly. Hey, Joshua Mostler? Joshua Mostler, welcome, welcome. Acid test kids. I like that. That's a unique name, but welcome. Yeah, that's sometimes when I see some of these names, you know, I've had some crazy names over the years, but I hope you don't mind. I assume some of the names are because they're just like shock value or they're just funny, right? And I'm assuming that's the case. But if there's real deep meaning behind there, I'm not laughing at you. I'm enjoying the name. So I hope you guys know that. So I just think some of the names are very creative, very unique, and I think that's cool. You want a MIDI draw point? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Joshua, thank you. We had the giveaway earlier, just since you joined just now. I want to let you know we had the giveaway, but we're having the big 2K giveaway next week. Just in case you dropped in just for the giveaway for tonight, that already happened. But we will have the big 2K giveaway next week, and we'll have 3 knives we're giving away. And that'll be kind of throughout at least over an hour and a half time period that we'll be doing that. So you'll have a chance for that if you jump in next week. But we're just chatting knives now. We're just talking all sorts of things. We're talking about Monterey Bay knives and Ray Laconico because I just got this little one here, this mini keen that he did, the Kazoo collab. Really, really like this little one. Definitely, definitely a unique Ray Laconico design, very distinct. But I really didn't know that he did a lot of the work here with Monterey Bay knives, and I can see it now. I can definitely see his aesthetic, definitely design in there. I think that's really cool. Oh, you want a mini drawn point? That's all I have to trade on. A mini draw point. That's cool. You're here for the people and the knives. Well, I appreciate that. What's point, EDC? Yeah. You know, that is true. And I got to tell you, this week has been really kind of cool because I honestly didn't think we would hit 2K for, I don't know, maybe another couple of weeks. I was really blown away by the fact that it happened so quick. It seemed like all of a sudden the channel got rated by all these other awesome knife channels. Javon rated us. I think Tri-State rated us. Who else rated? I know there's a couple other who rated, and I'm trying to remember every one of them. Help me out. We got Tri-State. We got Javon. Was it Lefty? I think Lefty did it too, right? That's a good only knife. So, that's a good question. That's a good only knife. If you had one knife in your collection right now, let's say you had one knife, you had to leave. Your house was, I don't know, there was some, alien that was about to blow up or disintegrate your house, and you could grab one knife and that's it, and you had to run out of the house. And you could grab any one of your one knives. What is the one knife you would grab as an alien's about to disintegrate your house? I know there's probably a whole lot of other things you would want to grab first, but we're theoretical and it's totally kind of a farcical kind of a question, right? Because you would probably grab more things that are important memories, and if there's any family or any pictures, things like that. I get it, but let's just pretend it was only knives that was at stake. What is the one knife you would grab out of your collection if you had to get out of your house and you knew aliens were about to disintegrate it? Just kind of a weird question. I can tell you that's kind of a tough one for me right now. But I think right now, I mean, there's the queen safe, right? Obviously. So, excluding a safe queen, like that, I'm gonna kind of put that to the side. If there's one right now in my collection, it would really be a toss up, and it would be a toss up between, I think, my McNeese, because I'm really enjoying that, or my Olamic Custom. Those are the two that I probably right now would probably lean toward, but there's a whole bunch of other ones I really enjoy. I mean, like the Relative is really great. You know, Obviously the idea is that you could replace any knife, right, if you got out. I get that, but let's say all the knives in the world were going to be disintegrated, and the one knife you kept is the one knife you get to keep when all the other knives in the world disappeared. What was the one? So let's see here, what do we got? A Condor, okay, my Protec S&G. Okay, so a Protec S&G. Not sure what that one is. I don't know what the S&G. Do I know that one? I'm gonna have to look that one up because if you're using acronym, I don't think I've used that acronym for that one. Let's see what we got. The Shiro Quantum. Okay. The Shiro Quantum. The 8010, the 8010, or the 4 Max. Okay, got that one. That's an Andrew Demko 8010. Is that the one that's the S35 VN? Well, I don't know if you're going to be fighting the aliens. Well, that's another good question. We could have a variant on the question. We could take this and we could kind of follow the rabbit trail, right? The first one is just for a knife to have, right? Something that's important to you. Then the second question is, out of your collection, what's the one knife that you would want to take out of your collection to fight the aliens? I like that idea. We could go with that. So if we had to protect ourselves, like, we had zombies invading, right? What's your zombie knife, right? What's your alien knife? That does change the game up for me a bit. And I think for me, looking at stuff, yeah, I think right now that alien knife is going to be my shaman, This is the one that I think is robust enough and strong enough that I could really take a few aliens away and protect folks with. This feels like one of my more robust knives. Now, I will admit, this one feels the same way as two, but I think the Shaman feels like it might be just a little more defensively or offensively productive for me. So okay, so we got a Strider S&G. Oh, the Strider. Okay, I got you. The Protec S&G. That's the Strider one. All right, I just saw that. Okay, the Whippersnapper, Cold Steel 12-inch war. Yeah, you're talking about your pocket sword, right? So that would definitely work. Absolutely, sure. Alien knife would be my biker mermaid. Yeah, I bet. My bug out, my wife just got for me for my birthday. Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice one. I like that. That's nice. Absolutely. K-Bar BK9. There we go. Very tactical. I like that. I'll take a Rosie to fight my Adamas. Yeah, definitely an Adamas. Rosie, you take your Rosie, but to fight with, it would be your Adamas. I could see that. I had an Adamas. I want to get one back in my collection. I miss my Adamas. The Crewwear, man, that was a nice knife. And I don't know why I got rid of it. I'll tell you why I got rid of it. You all know this if you didn't. I had a bunch of Benchmades. I got into the Benchmade mode and I had like nothing but Benchmades. And then I realized there's other knives out there, and I got into this like, oh, I'm going to dump all my Benchmates, and I dumped them all, but I dumped them too quickly, right? And so I was really kind of bummed, and I wish I'd kept my Damas because I really, really like that knife. I think I'm going to try to get it back. They are going to be dropping a carbon fiber version without the coating on the blade, and Crewwear blade. It's kind of like a satin finish. I'm hoping, I've been signing up for the alerts on that one. That's one that's really interested me. I think that would be really cool to get back. All right, Spartan Heresy Dagger for killing, yeah, okay. I won't say the word, but for taking care of business. How about that? I like that. Okay, is that Kazoo in the top right? Yes, it is. Yes, so if you just join, we have two Kazoos. There's two of them. USA made Kazoo, number one. This is in honor of a USA made knife. So if you're a USA, let's get a USA only. This is the fancy one. Sounds a little nicer. Well, okay, as nice as a Kazoo can sound. Let's be real about that. Kazoo is not a fine instrument, but it sounds a little nicer. And this is the big honorary bagpipes, so that I can keep talking in the evening. I recorded it, and I've played it already once. So the way I think we're going to do it, the way I've been doing it is I play this Kazoo for new members, right? And then I play this Kazoo for something big, and then if something really big, you get the bagpipes. And I mean, Rocky earlier gave 5 memberships away, so he got the bagpipes, and we got a Kazoo for each one of the members. I thought that was just kind of cool. So everyone asked for the Kazoo, so yeah, we've got the Kazoos. So they are here. So be forbearing, it's kind of I did that with emojis too. If you ever decide to become a member or something like that, they have the emojis with the little Kazoos as well. So I thought I would play along with the theme. All right, so you would have the Condor. Oop, I'm missing. Everyone's talking. So you would have the Condor Warlock. All right, and the Gifted K-Bar USMC. Oh, that's a cool knife. I like that. Okay, really cool. The Lone Wolf. Okay, nice. Lone Wolf. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. There you go. Nice. All right. Let's see here. The Narrows. Okay, it's truly a great knife. All right, that's cool. Oh, hey, Lone Wolf. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Yeah. Making sure I say hello to everybody. You want the Plague Doctor Heresy? Is that a Spartan's blade? Is that the one I'm thinking about? The one with all the design on there, or am I thinking the wrong knife? Olamic Solarist, okay, or the Yojimbo for 5. Yeah, the Yojimbo would be really or the Ujumbo. You might want a Ujumbo for the if you're going to take it on aliens or zombies. You maybe want the Ujumbo, and maybe a little, Yomimbo or whatever they call it, the little one. I forget what it's called, as your backup 5th pocket knife, right? All right. So what else we got? We got. Thanks for the great. Yeah, appreciate the Kazoo. Thank you. Do they ask you to do the? I don't let people know about the bagpipes because I might have to do them, right? That's one of those things you got to keep quiet. Maybe if we're ever out after work and having a drink, they might hear about it, but I got to make sure I don't drink too much so I don't do that, right? You have a Model T18, okay, the Model 18, regardless of the situation. That's a good knife. I like it. I have a GSD, gets stuff done, we'll say that, just so we don't have the YouTube filters locked down on this live stream. But yeah, I like that one a lot. It's kind of a very EDC type friendly knife, but I really like it. It's really, yeah, we're just talking knives, obviously. The question was okay, that started off with a theoretical question. If aliens were about to disintegrate your house and you could grab one knife. Now, first, it's just whatever knife you'd want to keep. The assumption is that this is the only knife you get to have. All other knives in the world are getting disintegrated, but one knife you could keep. What's the one knife? And then the second knife came up with a question. I think Tyler said, well, are we fighting the aliens? Well, so then what's your one knife that you would have in your collection that you would take if you had to defend yourself against aliens? So that's the big question here. So El Capatic, yeah. So the Spartan, yeah. I like some of their designs they put on those scales are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I like what Spartan does. The Lone Wolf. Hello, Young Wolf. Everyone's saying hello to Lone Wolf. Welcome. I feel like I should say hello one more time. So appreciate you being here. And those of you guys who didn't know, we had the giveaway earlier. Just want to let you know, full disclosure, it was earlier, but we're going to do the big 2K giveaway next week, giving away 3 knives. Just in case somebody's here and you're like, when's the giveaway? Well, we had it earlier, but next week it's going to be over an hour and a half at least. We're going to do the 3 knife giveaway. I have 3 pretty good knives to give away. That's to celebrate the big 2K. But we're just chatting knives. We're talking about aliens. If they're going to disintegrate your house, what's your one knife that you would pull out of your house that's safe? And let's assume that no other knives you would have, because obviously if you're going to get out of the house, you'd want to get more memorable things than a knife, because you could rebuy a knife. But let's say all the knives got disintegrated, and then what would you use to protect yourself against those aliens? And my knife, I think that I said it was probably be my McNeese or it'd be my Alamic custom. But to fight the aliens right now, I think it would probably be my Shaman. I really, really like this one. This one has a lot of heft to it. I mean, especially with the titanium scales, this really feels like it could be a very combat worthy, even if I had to use it to break some things, right? I mean, obviously this is a really nice knife as well. Don't get me wrong, the rendition is really cool, but I just feel like the Shaman might be a little more useful, and it's got a really tactical blade and a really strong, stout, sharp Elmax steel. So that's my choice for my 2 knives. Obviously you might consider a fixed blade, but all I have is my little Dread Eye, and that's kind of a small knife compared to my Shaman. So I think the Shaman would be a better choice for me. Yeah, okay, so they ruined the Lone Wolf? That's too bad. Oh, your daughter just has a second grandbaby. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. Is that your second? So that's your second grandbaby overall, or is it do you have other children with other grandbabies? But if it is, congratulations. My oldest son is married, and they don't have plans to have kids just yet. But you know how that is when you're married and young. That could always change. So you never know. That could be a few years away for me. Hopefully a few years, so that they're all set up and ready to go, right? Oh, hey, we got a link here. Let's see what Mine and Milton shared. Let's see here. Oh, Gonzo. Okay, all right. Hey, yeah, Gonzo. Go everybody check out Gonzo's webpage. If you haven't had a chance, definitely check him out. Looks like he's 763 subscribers. Let's see if we can get up to 770 or 780. If you guys have a chance, go give him a go watch his channel, subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure you watch a video and watch it all the way through, so that he gets the credit for the watch. Because if you play a video, if you just subscribe, sometimes the YouTube algorithm will literally take that subscription away because they think that you were mistakenly linked over there. So just try to watch a video all the way through. Absolutely. Thank you, Mine and Milton. Appreciate that. The Cold Steel Tonto. Okay, you own for 32 years. So that's a classic Cold Steel. So I know some Cold Steel fans, they talk about Cold Steel. That sounds like that was in their absolute heyday when they kind of were the big dog, king of the hill, so to speak. Is that true? Is that when they were exceptional? I mean, I'm not saying they're not exceptional now, but some Cold Steel fans have said that some of their stuff is not quite as nice as some of their other Cold Steel used to be. That's what I've heard. I don't have a whole lot of Cold Steel. I will be straight up with that. I do have one that was loaned to me that is huge, huge. I'm about to need to ship it back because I've just finished up my review on it, but really, really cool. Oh, Patrick, welcome. Appreciate you being here this evening. Hey, appreciate first time on the live stream. Man, I really appreciate you being here. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, Monday night is every couple of weeks we do a little giveaway. We did that tonight. Next week we're going to be doing a big 2K giveaway because we just hit 2K. So next week's going to be kind of special. But we talk knives. We talk crazy stuff, right? So like, not crazy, but we talk like, right now we're talking about what would you do if aliens were about to disintegrate your house and you had to grab one knife? Now, it's theoretical. I know there's a lot of things we'd want to grab, but you had to grab a knife, and it's the one knife you grabbed, and all the other knives in the world got disintegrated. So what is the one knife you would grab? That's the first one. And then Tyler brought in, I think, the idea of, all right, so let's say we had to defend ourselves against the aliens. What is the one knife you grab in your collection right now that you would use to defend yourself against the aliens? Obviously, some of us might have other tools that would be more beneficial, but just a thought. All right, just Nate. Hey, thank you, Mind Milton. Appreciate that. So if you guys haven't had a chance, go subscribe to Just Nate. I appreciate mine. Milton just put in the link there for that. So if you don't get a chance, go give him a subscription. I've already subscribed to him, and at least watch one of his videos. Make sure you watch it all the way through so he gets the credit for the subscription. If you just subscribe and don't watch a video, the YouTube algorithm might take it away. So let's get him. Let's see if we can get him up to 60. That would be awesome. I'd like to. That would be cool if you guys wouldn't mind doing that. All right, so you'll have to look one up. The Lone Wolf Prankster, pretty cool knife. Oh, I bet that's really cool. Yeah, that's true. Put it on the playlist. That's a good idea, Lone Wolf. I do like that. I put a lot of things on my playlist, especially videos I want to listen to. You're right. Well, when I work out of the house, and so I do a lot of those videos on my playlist while I'm working. I listen to them in the background. I kind of have the screen up so I can sort of watch. Sometimes I can't. I'm working, but it's nice to listen to, and I do like to do that. Support everybody, right? Absolutely a good one. Old steel. So you have an SRK, a GI Tonto, a Chinese sword machete, yeah, a throw-in hatchet. Yeah, that's really cool. Uh, you are USL in Paul Prankster, a 154 CM. Okay, cool. Yeah, it really does help if they don't hit the 4,000. You're right. It took me a long time to get to 4,000 hours. My first videos were really, really short. So when I first started doing this, if you guys have watched any of my old stuff, you'll know that the audio was very, very different. The lighting was very different. A lot of things were different, right? I think it's improved. It's gotten a little bit better over time, over the year here. But, and I'm hoping it's about to improve a little again. But you're right. Those hours really go a long way. If you can just press play and just play it in the background, it really does a big help for everybody. So that's a good idea. So yeah, put them on the playlist. I like that idea a lot. Bark River Bravo, that's a good one. The Taupe Recon. So we're going fixed blade here. All right, I like it. I like it. How any Bradleys? Now I assume the Bark River. That's the fixed blade, right? I'm assuming, or am I thinking folding? I don't know. You tell me. Uh, oh, the Arizona Customs. Oh, okay. So is the Paul Prankster? Is that an Arizona Customs? Is that one of those fancy ones? I don't know that knife. Now you're gonna make me want to look that up because some of these I thought we were talking about people. There's some knives you guys are talking about knives I have never heard of, which is totally cool. I like that because that is how I learn about new knives. I mean, yeah, and it's also how my wallet gets very thin when you guys start mentioning stuff like this. That's when I go, oh, that's really, really nice. Might want to add that to my collection, right? So I'm looking up the Paul Prankster right now. Is that the name of the knife? Am I looking that up correctly? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. That's cool. I like that. It's got a wooden handle, at least the one I'm looking at. Well, it's not too expensive, so that's cool. I thought it would be a lot more expensive. So it looks like 270 or around there. And there's definitely some different variations of it. It's kind of got almost a little, uh, it's kind of almost looks a little bit like a custom, right? It's got a nice kind of unique look to it. I think that's kind of cool. Hey, Dissident, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining tonight. We are just chatting away, talking about knives and talking about crazy, what's your one knife you'd save and what's your one knife you'd defend yourself against if aliens were disintegrating your house or something, right? Uh, oh, she's got a toy knife collection. That's cool. One of the things I like to do with my sons is oh wait, my 6-year-old son and I have been uploading shorts. Oh, that is super awesome. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I asked my sons if they ever wanted to do something like that. They've not been too keen on that. They're not super wanting to do that. But I will tell you, some of the music when I first started, I didn't really have, I didn't know what's a good song to accompany like a short. And I had one of my sons who's very musically inclined. He's a really good tuba player, sousaphone. He's a really good musician. matter of fact, he's a first chair and everything in this band now. Coming up as a junior. I'm super proud of him. But anyways, um, he helped me pick a lot of the music because some of the stuff I'm like, I've never heard of this. And he's like, no, this is a good song. You need to, that seems appropriate. So if you liked any of the music, I'll attribute it to him. He helped me with that. But I don't think any of them want to be on the actual camera. But maybe someday. We'll see. That's cool. You know what I did? My boys, when they turned 12, I would each get them a knife. To me, that was kind of a big deal. You know, kind of a give him a knife. What I did with my oldest when he graduated college, I bought him a really nice pocket knife, and I bought him a really nice wallet, and it had some money in there. Which I feel like if you're gonna give your son a wallet, you should always have some money in it, right? But I gave him that as a graduation present. Back then, the knife that I got him was a really nice Benchmade bug out. Now, you know, I might be a little different choice of knife today, but back then that's when I had like a ton of Benchmades, and it was almost like all Benchmades, right? Um, I like Benchmade, and they are a little more expensive nowadays. We all know that, and I really enjoyed that little full immunity review that I got a chance to do. That is a nice little knife. It is expensive, no doubt, but if you can find it on sale, it is a really nice little knife. Me with Knives, welcome. Appreciate you being here tonight. Welcome. Awesome. Yeah, the aluminum scale, I really like that one. Matter of fact, ooh, I'm about to stretch out. Let me see if I can reach it. Oh, I'm about to drop my mic. Hold on a second. Speaking of the aluminum scales, it's one of my favorites, by the way. Here's my Bug Out 535-4. This is the aluminum mill scales with the titanium M390. This is probably my favorite Bug Out, right? Next to my Adamas. I really want to add an Adamas back to my collection. But this one right here is one of my favorites. So I do like this one. Is that the one you're talking about? Lone Wolf? I like this one a lot. I think it's really nice. Now I know some people do the Flightanium. They want titanium. I was okay with the aluminum. This design aesthetic appealed to me. And I like the aluminum on this one. Made it really nice. Yeah, it would be cool if they had the titanium, but I liked the look of this milling and this texture more than I liked the Flightanium. Now, I will tell you, had I known about Unlock Composites back then, and had I not bought this, I might have done the Unlock Composites because they make some really nice scales for the Bug Out at Unlock Composites. But I already like this scales, and to me this works really nice, and I don't want to update this one. This to me is just a really nice little kind of a knife, as is. The immunity is built well. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the AWT scales. Okay, I like those. That's the oh, armored weapon technology, I believe, right? Armored weapon technology scales. I've seen some of those. Those are really nice. I do like that. Just like I saw the rock scale. So rock scale scales are really nice. Armored weapon technology, the Flightanium, the original Goat, the Rips Garage Technology, and RG Custom Works. Those are all. And then Metin Boss, if you haven't seen him, he's got some nice stuff too. But I really, really like that. Like the one, I don't know I reached out to RG Custom Works. I really want to get his scales on my Para 3, but I don't know when that's going to happen. You had it for a year now, not fully broken in yet. Yeah, so I don't know about you guys. If you have a Bug Out, and I do this with anything that's on phosphor bronze, especially if it's an axis lock or able lock, I take these apart and I polish the phosphor bronze washers, and I make sure the blade where the phosphor bronze washer's on there is polished too. I actually have a couple of videos on that, and that usually gives me that really nice action where there's no blade play. It's in there nice and solid, but it has that drop shut where you can just drop the blade, right? So you can drop it, you know, once you open it up like that, and then you can just pop it open, which I like that a lot. If you're interested in doing something like that, it's not too hard, and Omega Springs aren't scary. They could seem like it, but they're really pretty easy to work with. So Patrick, okay, yeah, you can take it apart and lap it. That's what yeah, I agree. El Cap Addict, yep, totally agree. And if I don't know if you guys have videos on it, I do have a video where I tuned up two Bug Outs. Matter of fact, I gave a Bug Out as a gift for one of my best friends whose son was an Eagle Scout, and I went through a whole video. That was probably one of my first real, like, going through, taking a knife apart and doing stuff videos. Because somebody had asked, why don't you make those into videos when you do stuff like that to knives? And I thought, well, I don't know why I don't do that. So I did. So sometimes you'll see when I tune a knife, when I take something apart, I will do that. I figure somebody might be interested. Some people, sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not. I just want to show that it's not scary. If you do something like that, you can do that. Now the question is, obviously, right? How comfortable are you doing it? And should you do it on a really expensive knife at first? I would not. I would do it on a lesser expensive knife and then get comfortable with it. But it's relatively easy, and it can really make your knife, right? I think it can give your knife the action and the feel that you want it to be. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Lone Wolf. So what I do is, I don't know if you guys, if that what you mean when you say lapped in. I use usually this part of my strop, and I will take the phosphor bronze, and I'll do a figure eight on there to wear them in, to polish them. And I'll do it on both sides, and then I'll even take the blade, the very tip of it, and I'll run the blade very gently in the circle just to make sure that's polished too. Sometimes there's maybe a little burr in there. There could be something, but if that's really smooth, the washer's really smooth, once you have all that, and if there's also a maybe a contact point on the scale, you could do that as well. But typically there's not. But if you can, that gives it really nice. When you put a little bit of oil in there, makes it run really, really nicely. I did that with my my Hogue Doug Ritter MSK. Is it MSK1 or I don't have it anymore because I really want to get the mini. I asked Doug Ritter if he's going to make a mini in the carbon fiber MagnaCut, and he thought he might. So I'm still waiting on that. I'm willing to wait on that because that's the size I would like to get in that one. I'd like to get the mini version of the Doug Ritter, but I would love to get it in the carbon fiber, and I'd like to get it in the MagnaCut. That's the one I would really, 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 really would like to get in that version. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I know the big knife is nice, but that's the kind of a very EDC friendly one for me. No, no one bought my smock yet because, I've been super busy with work. So, full disclosure, I've been working on a project for work, and I've not had a lot of time. I've been putting about 60, 70 hours a week. So trying to get videos out, doing the Monday night streams, it's been challenging, and I still want to make sure I have something out every day. That's my goal, never to miss a day, right? So I want to be there. I want to make sure I keep producing the content, right? But at the same time, it's hard. I have about 8 knives that I need to put up for sale at navsale.com. I sold 2 things out of the collection, but the other ones I want to put up for sale. Just because they're knives I don't carry. I like them a lot. I still, some of them I'm kind of iffy on them whether I'm going to sell them, but I think I'm going to sell them. Some of them are just knives that I don't carry as much because I have other knives that I enjoy carrying more, to be quite honest. And sometimes that's a tough choice. It takes a while for me to get there. I mean, there was a point when I almost thought I was going to sell this one. And honestly, I tuned this one, and then I also polished the clip underneath. The clip was horrible. It was ripping pants up. Once I polished the clip, I took the clip off and I polished that. This is very similar to what Trevor Berger's custom looks like. He has more of a rounded bottom, and so it's really polished there for me, and that works really nicely. And then I tuned the detent where it has really nice drop shut action, and that makes it really easy for a front flipper. Because front flippers, the detent shouldn't be ridiculously hard. You should be able to work that front flipper relatively easily. And it also allows me to middle finger flick it. And once I did that, I decided I really like this. I'm going to keep it. But that one was kind of on the chopping block for a while. But yeah, the smock is still up for sale, and so are the 2 sets of scales for it. I reassembled the original smock with the original carbon fiber scales. I put both detent balls back in exactly as it is, so it's original, back to its original state. But then I have the orange fat carbon fiber scales for it, and then I have the Met and Boss Aztec titanium scales for it with the clip. So I'm selling all of those just because, and quite frankly, the real reason why I'm selling that is because I have a favorite knife that kind of replaced it, honestly. It's my Manix 2. I love this knife. This is right up there. I mean, these are very competitive, but this one is like, I feel like I can go, take on aliens with this thing, right? That's what I like about this knife. It's very robust, and I really enjoy that. But this one is just so nice, and it's different because this is S110V steel. And being it's S110V steel, obviously it's going to be a great slicer, but it's not going to be a beat 'em up banger kind of knife. It's going to chip because it's a harder steel, right? It's not as tough as maybe LMAX, and this is LMAX. So uh, obviously it's not M4, yeah. So obviously M4 or M15 or whatever some of those other super steels are, but still, I really like this a lot. Uh, and the smock, I wanted to get contoured scales, and I just couldn't find them, so I decided I was kind of done. And oh, the other thing is, I I do want to get a smock that's like in a 4V steel or one of the nicer steels. I'm waiting to find one of those drops. I don't want the S30V anymore. I like it, and their Spyderco's S30V steel is phenomenal. I just would really like to get one of those really nice steels. After I tried the Manix 2 S110V steel, I was like, okay, yeah, I got to try some of Spyderco's other steels. Absolutely. Um, So there are other drops on the S30V or the smock that come out. They have special drops. Like there's the three, trying to remember all the different types of steels, but they had that Bear guy who came out with his 15V steel, and then there's the 3V or whatever, or trying to think of some of the other variants that they have out there, but they're really, really, yeah, they do drop some very special versions of it. There was the M390 one and some other ones out there. Oh, ZT's horrible reaction treat of yeah. Well, I will tell you this. The thing about LMAX, this is Spyderco LMAX, and if that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get a Spyderco LMAX, because this would tell me, this kind of what I feel like would be the plumb line of what LMAX should be treated like, because every experience I've had with Spyderco is their heat treat is just really phenomenal. And everybody I talk to agrees, and people who test knives and steel regularly, it seems to be the consensus. It's a really big deal for Spyderco. As much as you may love or hate Spyderco, they really knock it out of the park in their heat treat. And there's a few other companies that are really doing well. I mean, there's a few people who are really stepping up. ProTech has really stepped it up. I mean, first their MagnaCut was but then they got together with you know Knife Steel Nerds, and he got him to get their heat treat correct. But there's a few people that really knock it out of the park. But I do know what you're talking about, ZT, and it explains. I had a ZT 562 carbon fiber, loved the knife, but I polished it one day, and it got scratches on that satin blade so easily. I'd never seen anything scratch so quickly, and I wondered, did I not know what I was doing? Was I an idiot? But I really think that super soft treatment, I think that's questioned. Yeah, okay, so real quick, so Lone Wolf, you were asking about, is the smock something different, S30? So I answered your question. Do you carry the Banter a lot, Mind Milton? I do carry the Banter. I do. It's one of those knives that once I carry it for a while. It's so fidget friendly with the unlock composite scales. I love these scales. These scales make this so easy to carry and to flip and to fidget with. It is a favorite. It's absolutely a favorite to carry. The problem that I have is I've had some really nice new knives lately, and they've been really hard to not carry. I mean, when you got this, it's kind of hard to ignore this one, right? You got something like this, it's kind of hard to ignore that, right? And then when you got a relative, which you know that I have two of them here, but they're different. They really are. And I'm trying to justify this because I broke a rule, right? I broke a rule. I have two. One's 20 CV and the other one's LMAX, right? One is a drop point, one's a clip point, and one's black and one's not. So they're different, sort of. I like that knife a lot. I do carry the Banter. I love it a lot. Do you know of aftermarket scales that fit the Manix 2 lightweight? Yes. So I answered that one. These are the full scales, and they make lightweight scales, and both of them fit great. And these are linerless, by the way. So you drop the liner, it makes this incredibly light. That's what makes this so EDC friendly, and that's what to me was perfect for the S110V steel because it's a real nice light carry, and it's contoured and chamfered really nice, so it's very comfortable. It's not aggressive. So yes, but there's a lot of other places that carry it. Rip's Garage Technology, Original Goat. No, I don't know if the Original Goat does it, but I do believe Flightanium. I believe they do it as well. But I know Rip's Garage Technology and Rock Scales Designs does that. Okay. El Cap Addict, did I not answer your question? I want to make sure I didn't answer. Did I miss a question? I miss a question here. I see a question mark. I feel like I might not be. Big Brown Bear 15V. Yeah. So I would love to get a smock in 15V, by the way. That would be super sick. I would love to get that. Yeah, that would be a dream knife for sure. M4 would be another one. Absolutely. M390. Yeah, something different than S30V for sure. Now, their S30V is really good. Don't get me wrong. I really want something a little different, right? Just personal opinion. Oh, later, Gons. Hey, you have a great evening. Thanks for being here tonight. Hey, hopefully you have a great time with the grandbaby. Have a lot of fun. Enjoy those moments. Spoil her rotten, and hopefully you'll maybe get a chance to join us next week if you can for the big giveaway. So, but have a great evening. Thanks for joining. Patrick. Okay, so completely different. I want to make sure I'm following here because I'm trying to keep 4 conversations. All right, so the fixed blade I have here, this is my Tactile Knife Company Dreadeye. This is MagnaCut. So it's MagnaCut, and it is heat treated at 63, 64 Rockwell hardness. So it's treated really well. It is, if you strop it, it's going to take a while to strop. But once you strop it, man, boy, does it retain that edge really, really nice. It's a thick boy. It's made to be a user. It's small. To me, it's more tactical because it has the tech lock. This works really well to carry under my belt. When I work at the range and stuff, and I'm carrying multiple things for the range. When you work at a range, you carry multiple weapons, right? I use this as well because you never know when you have to cut something or do something like that. This is really helpful, and this is a great steel, and I've already scratched up the blade using it, so but it holds up really well. This is nice. Now it's small. You may want something bigger, but I like this. Now, if you want something bigger, I mean, there's some great knives out. Bradford and a whole bunch of other fantastic knife makers out there, but you're talking expensive, right? But they're definitely out there. I know, ZT really, it's funny, and ZT hasn't done a whole lot of stuff. And you know what's crazy? I have I'm gonna drop my mic. I can't wait till I get my new audio. I don't know if you know, I'm gonna be getting a new wireless audio, and I won't be wired up, and I can move around a little easier. And then we'll have my camera face down, which gives us a little nicer clarity and just some things. But Kershaw, you talk about ZT. Here's Kershaw. It's part of the same Kai company, right? This heat treat on this 20 CV blade steel. Let's see if we can see that. This 20 CV is actually really good. So I don't know what ZT is doing because Kershaw, at least for this and some of their newer stuff, is doing it really well. So I'm not sure what's going on with ZT. I feel like ZT needs to they need some help to bring them back because they were really powerful and strong for a while. But this is awesome. I want to check out some of the other Kershaw stuff because I've heard nothing but good things about it. So. Oh, okay. Awesome. You're going to do your first live this week? That's awesome. Gonzo, definitely. All right, so make sure you post it. And if anybody hasn't followed, let's see here. Do we still have it up? Where is it? Nope. Did I move it over here? Trying to find your link. Yep, there it is. Okay, so I want to get your page. Real quick, as Gonzo leaves, if you haven't checked it out yet, I'm going to go ahead and paste this here one more time. This is Gonzo's webpage. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Make sure you watch a video so he gets the algorithm and he doesn't drop it. Check out. Definitely keep us posted, Gonzo, about the live stream. Definitely want to hear about that. That's awesome. Yeah, the Dreadeye, I really do like that. And 6 p.m., by the way, Gonzo, I'm trying to answer 3 questions here. It's a good time. Recently, a Bradford Guardian. Oh, the Guardian. Yes. Now, am I correct? They know how to heat treat correctly. They are doing a good heat treat on that. It's like 62, 63 at least on the MagnaCut, right? Because I thought that was for sure. Because there's a couple of the fixed blade knife makers who really do a great job. They're really on top of that. Um, Now, the only thing about the Bradford that bums me out, they don't make any Kydex, or at least I haven't seen Kydex sheaths for it. And I prefer, if I'm going to tactically carry something like that, I prefer a Kydex sheath, not a leather sheath. I've had leather sheaths on things, and they get cut. If you can see, when I was younger, I inherited this knife from my dad. I cut this on the knife like an idiot. That's when I stuck the blade into the hole. And then I also cut this when I was little. And so when I was younger, I sewed this. I wish I hadn't, because it's such an old knife. It's my dad's knife before World War II. It's almost 100 years old. So it's a safe queen. But I would prefer a Kydex sheath. So do they make any Bradford Kydex sheaths, by the way? Okay, so they're made by Hogue. That's why. Okay, all right, that makes sense. That's what I was wondering about that. Okay, and that's why this looks similar to the Hogue Counter Strike, isn't it? Because that's almost got a sort of an aesthetic of a Counter Strike. Not really, right? It's different. But when I see some of the shapes here, it looks like the Counter Strike. And this shape works really, really nicely, left and right-handed. It's very, very comfortable left and right-handed, by the way. And this clip is very reversible. So this is kind of has that Counter Strike. So okay, so that's why. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll all try to be there for it, Gonzo. Just if you can, make sure you post, like do a community post. Since you've already got 500 subscribers, you should be able to do your community post now. So maybe you can post that out. All right, you're up to 767 subscribers. There we go. All right, almost at the 770 we were hoping for. That if we can get 3 more, that'd be really cool. Oh, they usually only do 62, 60, 61, 62. Well, that kind of makes sense because you get the higher edge retention at 62, 63, 64, right? I get that, but you want it to be tougher, and I know that heat treat at 61, 62 does give it a little more toughness. It doesn't chip the blade as much I mean, it might roll it, but you're not chipping it, right? So that allows for, I guess there's a give and take, and so to me that makes sense, sure. The Guardian 3 falls out of the sheath. Yeah, oh man. See, I like the look of the Guardian. I really do, but I couldn't find one with a Kydex holster. And if I'm gonna do, I like some fixed blades, and that's what really pulled me to this. Was the Guardian, was the Dreadeye, was this sheath, and then it didn't hurt that it had a tech lock, right? That didn't hurt that it was able to move it around. You can see its little brasses all kind of, kind of patinaed and everything because of carrying it and rubbed off the paint off there. But it's really nice to carry like that and not have to worry about it falling out. And it locks in place and clicks in place. That's really nice. I wish Bradford knives would do that. Is there another knife that makes good knives like Bradford that does a good job of heat treat and then has good like Kydex sheaths that you could recommend? Anybody? You had some Olites coming in. That's cool. Oh, they're also for CRKT also? That's cool. Well, that sounds really neat because there's somebody, Devo Knives is going to be working with a USA OEM. They haven't said who it is, but I wonder if it's Hogue or if it's Tactile Turn or Tactile Knife Company or if it's someone like that. I'm kind of curious who they're going to be working with. They're planning to do a USA production knife. I'm kind of excited about that too. Olites, I must have missed a conversation there about the. Oh wait, I got a couple more Olites delivered tomorrow. Want to borrow any? Okay, I got you. I'm just catching up here. We're having a bunch of conversations, which is cool. I love it. I love it. Bradford has a Kydex sheath. They do. Where? I couldn't find it. I guess I look on DLT or Knife Center, not Knife Center, Knife Works, and I couldn't find anything for it. Can you, if you have a chance, um, who is it that just said that? Who said that they had a, okay, Dave C. Okay, they have a Kydex sheath. Dave, is that something you could maybe email me or something about? I would really be curious. All right, so who's this, right? Okay, Marisol. All right, so Marisol, we just posted the link for Marisol. Very cool. So you have 5 subscribers right now. Are you just starting? You're gonna give it a try and start. You know what? Go for it, man. Just go out there and just put out some content. You know, if it's shorts, just do something, right? Just kind of stick with it. It'll get better and better, and you'll just become natural. So go for it. I like your little short there on TRM Atlas, the one-handed slip joint. That's kind of cool. Very neat. You're putting air tags on your Olights. So do they fit inside the Olights or something? So I haven't tried any Olights. I would love to try them, I guess, but I tried to become an affiliate with them. They had an affiliate thing, but I guess I was too small when I first applied. So, but most of the lights that I have are usually my stream lights. Stream lights and Sure lights are the ones that I normally use. I like these guys, but I'd be more than happy to try any of the other lights because I like lights. Those are cool. All right, so Great Tech. Okay, all right. Rob's Nerdy Knives. Oh, are you trying to get my Rob's Nerdy Knife Instagram page link? Is that what you're trying to post up there? Because it didn't come up. So let's see if let me see if I can get that correctly. Because unfortunately, I don't think it posted. Yeah. Let me see if I can find that. Where are you? Where are you? There you go. For some reason, it didn't post. I don't know if it was missing something, but if that's what you're trying to post, I don't know if you were. If you wanted to see my Instagram page, this is it right here. All right, so wife's home, have to unload the truck. catch you gents later. No problem, just a 1001. Have a great evening. I understand the honeydews will always take precedence, so you go take care of that. Make sure you can sleep in your bed tonight. You don't want to get in trouble. I hear you. Uh, Prefer the Convoy, the Sorfin, or the Workos for budget prices? Okay. I don't know any of those. Those I don't know. Check out the Welt Tool and the Workos. Okay, are those? I'm not familiar with those. Both links are good. Okay. Because the one when I clicked the link that you put in there, it didn't open, but that's weird. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's because I was trying to click my own link. I don't know. If it cuts there, if it cuts off on here, but they're good. Okay, I got you. Okay, so it cuts off here, but it's good. All right. Yeah, so when I clicked on the link, it didn't open to the Instagram page, so that's why I thought maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it did something weird, but thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm trying to follow the one you're asking me to check out, and I don't know real quick. The Workos, is it the trying to see? You were telling me they're good. Both are good. The Workos. What is the Workos? What is? Are we talking knives or are we talking flashlights still? Because I don't know what those names are. Those name brands. I haven't heard of them. So there's a lot of stuff I have not heard of, and I feel like I am needing to I'm more than happy to try it out so I know what it's all about. So let me look it up. Workos, and that's spelled KOS. All right, KKOS. All right, so a Workos flashlight. All right, there we go. I got it. Oh, is that titanium or aluminum? That's cool. Nice, nice. Okay, so Workos is one. All right. So then what was the other one that you were saying? We got Workos and we got Convoy and Sofern. Okay, so Sofern. All right, so let's look that one up. All right, so there's the Sofern flashlights. All right, so the Sofern flashlights. Cool. I had no idea these guys existed. I feel like that's cool. I didn't even know about them. All I've known is about the Streamlights, the Surefire, and then a few like Olight I've heard about, and then there's a few of those custom makers, but they are a little out of my price range. You know, when you have a flashlight that's $500-$600, you know, it's like I'd rather buy a knife. I mean, I like flashlights, but I'd rather buy a knife. If truth be told, even as a guy who works in the range and enjoys that part, I would rather buy a knife over that. You know, and that's just me because I like knives that much. So, but I guess if you get a really, really fancy flashlight, maybe that might change your mind, right? The Workos 10 TS10, okay. And then you have the FC12, okay. What is the other one that's supposed to be like Olight that's a competitor? There's another flashlight. It's up there like with Streamlight and Olight. I can't remember. I know they sell them on some of the knife like knife retailers. It starts with an F. I thought at least it starts with I don't know. Do anybody guys know Rovi Vaughn? Rovi Vaughn. Is that no, I don't know if that's the one. That's not the one that I'm thinking about. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see who carries them. I think you know. I bet uh, Southern Mount. Come on, open up. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and do two things at the same time. South Mountain Knife Works. Um, let's see here. Come on, flashlights. Flashlights. Yes, I'm over 18. Why are you asking me if I'm over 18? I'm well over 18. All right. I can't wait till I get the OBS software working where I can actually share this link and we could have like the video right next to it so we can kind of do two things at the same time. Um, I'm looking forward to that. That's one of my goals is to do that. No, okay, maybe it's not this link. Nope, not these guys. Well, I'll have to see if I can figure it out. But there's another flashlight. Phoenix, that's it. Yes, thank you. Me with knives. Yes, absolutely. It's Phoenix. Absolutely. Josh, welcome. Good evening. Thanks for joining. We're just chit chatting, talking knives and talking flashlights right now. Learning about some really different knife flashlight makers that I have not heard of before. That's kind of cool. It's got some really cool options out there, which is nice to see. You know, I like competition. Competition makes everybody produce better stuff. So they were talking about what is it? The two that they were talking about was the Workhos which is one that I hadn't heard about, but they have some cool flashlights there. And then the other one was uh, not Surefire. Yeah, is it Workhos and where did the other one go? Oh, Sorfin, Sofern, Workers. Those were like nice budget prices. They've got some good budget flashlights out there. And then I think the Malkoff, I think the one you were talking about, Surefire Malkoff, I think those are the real premium titanium ones, right? Those are the, like, some of those are handmade, custom ones. Hey, Tyler Williams. You got it. All right, Tyler. Have a good evening, man. You take care. Appreciate you being here. Have a good evening. You take care of the business you have to take care of, and I'll just leave it at that. All right, my main flashlight's a Phoenix ECAP. Okay, with the power bank. All right, that's cool. That's cool. No, no problem. I'm just trying to be part of every conversation, but sometimes it's hard to keep up with them, you know, because there's a lot of good things being discussed and they're really interesting. I wanted to try the Phoenix. I've heard good things about them. Now, those who have Phoenix, what would you consider them equal to? Would they be up there with Streamlight, Surefire, Olight? Where do they line up? because I can tell you I like Surefire, but Surefire tends to be a little more expensive. It's all USA made, right? So it is a little bit better than my Streamlights. Absolutely, there's no questions asked. And I would say Streamlight on the higher end version probably a little bit better than the Olight. When you get down to more the reasonable prices, Olight really competes well. I think some of the Olights might even be a little bit better than the Streamlights, right? But Surefire tends to kind of, for me, seems to take the cake. But then you have those really fancy custom ones, and wow, they are just, yeah, they're fancy. The Ace Beam, okay. So is Ace Beam also a Phoenix? Is that another Phoenix design? Tucson makes knives, flashlights too. That's crazy. I didn't know that. So you have a through night and Brin uh, a Brinite? A Brinite. I haven't heard of that. Okay, so the Malkoff are more they're more like gun lights. Okay, kind of like some of the Streamlights are, and some of the Surefire are. They're mounted for pistols or rifles. I got you. I understand. So Phoenix is a little better than the Stream. Okay, so it's probably closer to Surefire. All right, gotcha. Because it seemed like they're competitive in price, and so I was curious, but I hadn't heard much about them. I hadn't experienced much about them. And so the reason why I got the two Streamlights here, because both of these are USA made. They aren't actually made overseas. Now, not all of Streamlight is USA made. And I don't know, these when I bought them were still USA made. I don't know if they've gone overseas, but they were made in the USA. So I like that. And I didn't see any if any of the Phoenix are made in the USA. But that doesn't matter, I mean, it matters to some degree. Sometimes I want to buy something, I want to just buy something USA made if it's good. That's why I'd like to get some Surefire ones, but they are really expensive. So I already bought two flashlights, and I use both my flashlights till I beat them up till, whenever, because I do use them. So um, they're just a step below Olight. All right, gotcha. That's cool. Oh, so Ace Beam is another flashlight company, and where do they rank up there? What do you think? Oh, I think I have the same Streamlight ProTac 1L 1AA. Is that the one that can also take the battery? The Here, I'll show you. It's probably the double battery pack. Well, no, that's the double A one. Sorry, you're yeah, that's right. You're talking about the double A one. It's the little one. This is really nice. I like these that have the battery power here like this. Really, really great because I have several of these cells, and I actually have a big Streamlight that I use upstairs for tactical that can throw out 3,000 lumens. And that works really nice as well. But that's a AAA one, right? Hey, Cheeto Bandito, welcome, man. Appreciate you being in here. I'm busy day at work. Thanks for popping in. We are just chatting away, man, talking knives. We had the giveaway earlier. I know, kind of missed it, but we're going to be doing the big 2K giveaway in next week, giving away 3 knives. We'll be going on for an hour and a half. So if you get a chance to join in, please do, even if you just listen in on the side. But we'll be doing the big 2K giveaway, 3 knives. So, all right. So there's Cheeto Bandito's link. Everybody, if you want to go give it a go look and subscribe. I am subscribed. At least watch one of his videos all the way through so he gets the credit. So the YouTube algorithm does not try to take away your subscription. Because if you just subscribe and don't watch a video, they might think that you were incorrectly redirected there, and then they'll just think that you didn't really mean to subscribe. We'll clean that up for you. So if you haven't, maybe give it a watch. Yeah, I like USB rechargeable ones too. I like the ones where I can recharge the battery because I've accidentally left this on in my pocket before, and these get really hot, by the way. But it's really nice to be able to just swap it out. So I always have an extra battery I can recharge. That's kind of cool. So I like that. And they're also waterproof. I can drop those in like a pool and pick it out, and it's still perfectly fine. All right, so it takes a CRA 123, looks like a AAA and AA and AAA batteries. Oh wow! So it can take any of those. Now me with knives? Do you have to? Is there like is there an accessory that makes them fit when you do those different sizes, or do they all just fit? Does it just take any one of those? That's kind of cool. I didn't know it could do that. Yeah, Homer won. Yeah, it was. Let's see if I still have it up. Do I have it up? No, I don't. But we'll watch it through the video. He already contacted me for the win. But yeah, it was really cool. I'm always excited when somebody new wins that I haven't seen. We haven't chatted before, and so I think it's really cool. Yeah, and if you just joined too, I did get the kazoos, by the way. People had asked. I got two kazoos in honor. And then we have the big yes button. This is the Scottish bagpipes for something big, right? I played that earlier when Rocky was so gracious enough to give out 5 memberships for a lot of the guys here tonight. So I did the big yes for Rocky, and then we played the kazoo for the 5 new members. So it was kind of cool. But yeah, so we went ahead and did the we went ahead and did the kazoos for everybody. All right, so too much splash indoors and crazy bright lights. Yeah, so I can see that. And I do find like this one here goes up to 500 lumens, but it does do the light lumens here, so it's pretty not super bright. I do have this intentionally for when I'm outside, but I also have it specifically as a tactical light because it does strobe like that, and it really does. It can kind of immobilize someone if you need to. If you're in a situation where you might need to defend yourself or something, God forbid. But that's the idea. Not that I'm ever. You just want to have the tool in case you ever need them, but you hope that you never ever do, right? It's like having a parachute. Do you ever want to fall out of an airplane where you need a parachute? No. But if you're in an airplane, do you want to have a parachute just in case? Sure. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I hope I never, ever, ever have to use it. That's my goal. Oh, so it does need an adapter. Okay. Well, that's cool. Oh, wait, no adapter. Oh, that's really awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. I didn't know that. So it can take a 1A, a 3A, and then the CR123 battery. That's really cool. I like that. That is really cool. All right. Sounds like the TN12 Pro. Okay, so the TN12 Pro, that's really cool. 9,000 lumens. All right. Yeah, you're getting up into the top lumens. Like this one right here gets up to 500 lumens, but it can go for an hour at 500 lumens, or it can go at the I think 50 lumens. It can go for like 7 hours or something like that. I don't know, but it's been great, and that's kind of the 500 lumen. Oh, sorry, this one can go up to 1,000 lumens. The my other one does 500 lumens. This one's actually 1,000 lumens, so it's pretty bright. But I know there's some that can get much brighter, right? Yeah, it was kind of cool that when he won there, Cheeto Bandito. I was pretty excited for him. It's always cool. I like to see that. So we had an earlier question. Since you just joined, maybe you want to jump in. We were also talking about flashlights, but we're also talking about if totally theoretical, right? Obviously, it's off the wall, kind of funny, rhetorical, goofy question. But let's say aliens came and they're about to disintegrate your entire house, and you could only grab one knife. Now, the assumption is obviously you're going to grab something more important, but let's say that one knife is the only knife you get to keep. All the other knives in the world you wouldn't have access to, but you had one knife in your collection. What's the one knife you would grab? And then, of course, the question came up, well, what if you had to defend yourself against the aliens? So the first one is, what one knife would you keep? And then the second one is, what one knife would you have taken to protect yourself? Do you have any of those in your collection? Now, so Marisol, you're absolutely right. In tactical situations, strobe does not work, and typically, in those situations, you want on and off. You want on, you want to be able to off because you don't ever want to have it stuck on because then you're basically illuminating who you are as a target, right? So I get that. The whole idea within the home situation is that if you have someone that walks into your house and you are trying to see whether they're a threat or not. I mean, I have a tactical light on a defense weapon I have in the house and one that I carry, and so they have tactical lights on them. I would only use that if my lighting that illuminates where they are, that I would quickly identify to see if they were in a situation where they were reaching for something, that hopefully it would give me a little extra half a second that I might need to make the decision I had to make, right? That's the idea. But sometimes that situation doesn't come up, right? Usually you have to respond more quickly. Hopefully you never get in that situation, right? So the recon one will always be my zombie knife. Yeah. I can see that. I absolutely the Yojimbo for both. Yeah, yeah. Now what about Josh? What about the Yojimbo? Does the Yojimbo come in there? I mean, it's a bigger knife. Maybe as a backup to your Yojimbo, for the zombies. Maybe the zombies get the Yojimbo, and then you get the Yojimbo. I don't know. Maybe you don't like the Yojimbo. Maybe it's too big. The Luminatop. The Luminatop. Now, is that who makes that? All right, so did somebody just join too that I didn't say hello to? Sup Saxies. Then if I didn't say hello, let me say hello. Thinking I feel like I missed somebody. No, maybe not. Okay. The melt. Rocky Cordova, welcome, man. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, we're talking crazy stuff. We're talking about like favorite knife did you save out of your collection, and then what's the one that you would use if you had to defend yourself? We're talking about potentially if zombies were about to destroy your house, disintegrate it. What's the one knife you'd grab? And the assumption is that's the only knife you would get to keep. You wouldn't get any other knife. You couldn't replace it, right? And then the other one is if you had to grab one knife to defend yourself, what would it be? Do you have one that you would take out of your collection? For me, my one knife that I'd probably keep is going to be between my McNeese or it's going to be my Olamic Custom. Probably these two. And I'm not talking about my Safe Queens, right? But my zombie or alien defender knife is probably my Shaman, at least with the titanium scales, this version right here, because it's got some heft and weight to it, and it feels very useful in that regard. Let me just put it that way. So for me, that's the one knife that I would probably use. Hey, Peter Built Knife Guy, welcome. Appreciate you joining. Hello. Yeah, so appreciate you being here. Hey, for you guys who just joined, just so you know, next week I'm doing the 2K giveaway. I'm going to be giving 3 knives away. So we're celebrating the big 2K accomplishment that happened this Sunday. I can't believe it. So thank you to you guys and everybody for being a part of that. And if you want to be a part of the giveaway, please join next Monday. I want to invite you and make sure you don't miss out on it because I'm giving away, one of them is going to be a Devo knives, one's a Kaiser knife, and one's a Wee knife. So that I'll just tell you that. More to come. Let the suspense build. Easy, Cold Steel Trail Master. Ha ha, yeah, okay, I got you. You have to check out that model. Yeah, that sounds like a big one. The Sebenza 31. All right, the Boomerang Damascus Madagascar wood. Oh, for defense, it'd be the Hinder XM4. Oh, the 24. Now, that's a pretty big one. Yeah, I can see that. With the denim scale. Yeah, absolutely. Cold Steel Voyager. Oh, okay. I can see that. That's definitely a big one. Oh, it actually saved you from getting robbed before. That's pretty cool. It sounds like an interesting story. I don't know if you want to recap it. Maybe it was a little, maybe it was not a good experience, but I'm glad that it saved you from getting robbed. I'll just say that much. That's a good story. Absolutely a good story. So I like that. There's a few times knives have been very critical in emergency situations. Let's just put it that way. I have killed some snakes with some knives before that needed to be killed that were like not, good for your health if they were to bite you. Because I found out I'm not supposed to talk about if we kill certain snakes in the state of Texas. Apparently the game warden doesn't like that. So I'll just say that. The Crocodile Dundee Bowie. Yeah. And the Shaman. Yeah, I like the Shaman. I mean, I gotta tell you, this Shaman right here with these scales really put some weight into it and makes it feel pretty stout for a pocket knife. Now, if I knew that stuff was happening, I'd probably get a bigger fixed blade. And even talking about that, I have a fixed blade. I like this fixed blade, and I use this one. This is a nice one, but it's kind of like my OTF. I have one OTF. I like it a lot. I've had other OTFs. I really enjoy this one, and this satisfies my OTF desire. I'm not a big OTF guy, right? So some people love OTFs and go for it, man. If that's your groove, that's your thing, you go for it, man. But OTF's just not quite my thing. I like them, and I like that one, but I like folding knives the best. Yeah, the Dread Eye is really nice. I like the heat treat on it. It's to me, it's really nice for what I want it to do. Right now, somebody was telling me earlier that Bradford does their heat treat at 61, 62, and it's intentionally done that way because it's a bigger, thicker knife, and it's probably meant to be more like a bushwhacking type of knife. And I can see a lower heat treat for toughness because it does trade in some of the brittle or the chipping that could occur at the higher heat treat where you get the stronger edge retention. At least that's what I've heard. I mean, you ask knife steel nerds, and he'll probably tell you that Laren Thomas will probably tell you that it should be 62, 63. But I don't know. I've heard different arguments for it. You need a Crocodile Dundee knife. Yeah, Bradford makes. Have you seen that Bradford sword that they make? They make a 14-inch and a 16-inch sword. That just seems like it's a zombie apocalypse. Whew, man, I've been talking a lot. My mouth, I can't pronounce. A cop. Golly. Wow. End of the world. Man, I don't know what's going on there. Hey, Wonder Woman, welcome. Appreciate you being here tonight. Welcome, welcome. We just talking crazy weird things about like your house got disintegrated by aliens. What's the one knife you would take out of your house to save if it was the one knife only that you could save? And then if you then the question came up, well, what if you needed the knife to defend yourself against those aliens? So then what's the one knife out of your collection that you would use for that? Just curious. I got this. Apocalypse. I know I couldn't pronounce it, man. I don't know what's going on. The apocalypse, your apocalypse knife. So different people had some great, great choices. Cold Steel came up a lot. A lot of the classic big Cold Steel, the Recon one, a lot of those guys. I absolutely can see that. Bradford came up. Some of the other fixed blades. I mean, the Shaman came up. A couple of people. I chose the Shaman myself, especially with my Rip's Garage Technology titanium scales gives us a lot of heft. It does add some weight, but I like it with the thick blade. For me personally, this is my defend myself. And the one I would probably take out of my collection right now is either my McNeese or my Alambic Custom. Probably one of these two. These are probably two of my favorite knives I'd want to keep, right? But there's a lot of knives I like, so. Three guys approached me, asked for a few questions, and then positioned themselves between me and my bait knife. I pulled out my Voyager and pretended to do my nails. Oh. That's crazy. That is crazy. I will tell you, I had an interesting scenario. I was in a Walmart, and I'm in Texas. I am licensed. I have an LTC, so I'll just tell you that. And I'm also a range safety officer at my range, and I also do security at my church. So I was in Walmart with my sons, and we were walking around. And it was late because it was during the summer, last summer, I believe it was last summer. Yeah, we were in there walking around, and suddenly these three young men started following us. And we walked off the side door where it was just about to close. No cars were over there. We were walking out. I was walking to my car. There was no cars around, and these three guys were following me, and they had been following me throughout the store. And I noticed them. I immediately noticed them as soon as they followed me, and I was like, okay. So I told my sons, get in the car, close the door and lock it. So I turned around, I looked at them as they're walking directly toward me. I put my hand underneath my shirt where I would normally reach for something, right? And I looked at them straight in the face. They looked at me and they started joking like, oh, the car's over here. And they immediately turned 90 degrees and walked away as soon as we made eye contact. And I felt very much like they were waiting for me to turn my back to them and not pay attention, and maybe to use that as an opportunity, because they were approaching me pretty quickly. And that was this is where I think awareness, if you can be aware of your surroundings, you can avoid a lot of scenarios, more scenarios than you can. Not every scenario. I'm not going to tell you that every scenario can be absolutely avoided. Sometimes, the world sucks, right? But if you're aware, you can avoid some of these things just to let people know what's going on. Just like you were aware, you got your knife out, you made the presence, you made contact, you were like, I am fully aware of what's going on here. I'm watching you guys, but I'm fully aware and ready to go. And that's enough for them to think twice, because they're always looking for the easy target. And if you make yourself not an easy target, you will be able to protect yourself and your loved ones. That's just my 2 cents on it. So situational awareness. My wife thinks that I'm always like on hyperactivity alert. And I said, no, honey, there's 4 levels of awareness. There's completely unaware, oblivious, right? You're completely oblivious, and that's the worst scenario to be in. There's alert. An alert is just looking around. It's like, for instance, if you're walking down the street and you have a 3-year-old child with you, you may be in a situation where you don't necessarily have to hold their hand because they're not in danger of getting run over by a car, but you're still going to be alert. You're going to be watching, making sure they're not going to fall, trip. You're going to make sure not somebody walks out the door, slams the door open, but you're just alert, right? Then if you're walking down the street and there's a lot of traffic or there's cars driving around, you become let me rephrase that. That first level is aware. So you're aware, right? Then you get to alert. Alert is when then you're suddenly paying more attention, and you might grab their hand or you might be much closer to them, and then you're in high alert. You're fully, ready. And that's when you're keeping them close, you're trying to move out of the situation, right? There's that 4 levels where you've got to be, cognitive of what's going on. But that's just my take on it. I don't know what you guys is, but that's from the tactical training, different things that we've talked about, and speaking to police officers, SWAT officers, and friends that have done a lot of stuff like that, and I've gone through with them. So there we go. Hey, man, appreciate it. Todd Carr, you have a great evening. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you being here this evening. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you gotta watch your transition spots. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Your transition spots, especially. Yeah, walk into the car, being alert about what's around the corner. When you get into your car, do you lock your door immediately? And people may think, well, you're overreacting. No, you're just if you make it a habit, it's just good practice, right? It keeps you alert. You're always trying to be aware of the least common denominator, and people who mean ill intent are always looking for the best opportunity. And if you safeguard yourself against those things, you will limit or eliminate those opportunities for them to make them think twice, right? So there you go. Good night, Todd. Thank you for joining, man. Really appreciate you being here. Hey, check us out next week for the big 2K giveaway if you have a chance. Love to have you there and get you in a chance to win one of those 3 knives. So thank you. Good night. All right. Watch out for the hooligans. Absolutely. You got to watch out for those guys. Yeah, and that's the other thing. A flashlight is really a smart thing to have. You're absolutely right about that, me with knives. There's something I always carry with me. Always. I always have a flashlight. I always have a pocket knife. And I always have, when legal, I always have a personal defensive tool that I'm allowed to carry. I'm legally licensed to carry in the state of Texas. So those are the 3 things I always carry. The intent of all of those is that I would never, ever have to use them. In fact, in Texas, the law is stated that you should never instigate or cause anything. So what it does is actually, I used to be not as patient of a driver. As someone who has an LTC, I am much more patient. I am much more, I deflect, I diffuse, I de-escalate just about anything. And I'm aware and I avoid because I don't want to be the person that escalates that. Because honestly, I'd like to avoid those situations. That's just, something I don't want to be in. But it makes me aware, right? But I don't want to be in that situation. I knew someone who, he was an instructor and he had a very good friend who was a pastor. And it happened here in Texas. And the wife didn't want him to carry. He was an LTC person and didn't want him to carry. And so he didn't. And one night they came out of their church and they were accosted by 2 people who robbed him. He didn't carry. Now, would he have been able to defend himself? I don't know, but he didn't have the chance. They shot and killed them both. And so, the question is, they didn't have a chance to defend themselves. It would have been nice to at least have the opportunity to defend yourself, your wife, and yourself. And that's where I stand. To me, it's always protection and protection of those whom I love and those I care about. That's the only goal. Nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. So that's where I stand on that. It's just, I'm always going to be there for protection, to do what's right. So flashlights, if flashlight can, a lot of times can help you avoid that, as as was just pointed out, pocket knife can help with that. Absolutely. Situational awareness can help with that. Being alert. All sorts of stuff. So there you go. Yeah, in the zombie apocalypse, you you have to be really alert, right? That's a whole different game there. Yeah, coming home 2:30 every morning, you really have to be aware, and you got to make sure just Nate, I don't know if you think about this, just a thought. One thing, especially if you're in a situation like that, make sure you throw some irregularity into your habits, right? Don't always go the exact same way, the exact same place every time. Try to throw it off a little bit. Either become 5 minutes late or 5 minutes early if you can. Maybe take a different route once in a while. Don't make it too predictable, because sometimes if people they're looking for predictability, and if they can find that, just make sure you throw people off so that they're not always thinking they know exactly where you're going to be. Dave, see, I do agree. I do agree, and I would say that that's why we do. I'm NRA certified instructor, and so those are things I really believe that people who if you're unsure, there's great training out there. People can help you with that. I do that all the time. I first time people that come out there and get them realize that it's a tool, and as well as you respect it and understand it, is as dangerous it's going to be as how little you respect it and little you understand it. Right? It's not the tool; it's a person. Just like if you would you give a 2-year-old kid uh, a crocodile Dundee Bowie just sharp as a guillotine knife? Would you give that a 2-year-old that? No, you wouldn't, because they're not ready for that, right? We're talking earlier about somebody with a 6-year-old that had some training knife collections. I mean, I think that's awesome. I think Metal Complex, his son actually has some training knife he collects as well. He has a few of them, right? I'm all for that. My sons have small Swiss Army knives, their first knives they got at 12. I mean, I think that's part of learning responsibility, right? Learning what it is. Everybody needs to have that. Just my thoughts on it. I mean, you may disagree with me, and I'm okay with that. We don't, we can agree to disagree, but I want people to be safe, but I also want people to enjoy the freedoms we have in this country, and I'm very appreciative of it. That's just my take on it. Wow, I didn't mean to get so philosophical. I'm sorry about that. I feel like I should play the kazoo now. Oh, downtown Philly, man! Right now, Philly is wow. Yeah. You're not still working in Philly, are you, Patrick? Oh, me with knives. There is a Walmart here where I'm at. It's similar. There's always somebody in the parking lot. You got to be very aware. There's always 3 or 4 people begging you, and people have been accosted a lot. And so, yeah, that Walmart is a very known place that I would never go at night. I'd tell my wife, no, you're not going there unless I'm coming with you. No way. So, neck knives can be it's always nice to have an alternative. You're absolutely right about that. I mean, I know some people have a pocket, they have an ankle knife, they'll have a neck knife, they'll have another knife. I mean, you know, they're tools. They really are tools. That's what they are. They're tools. Or as I think Left EDC calls them, your Friday night Slurpee defense tool, right? Save those Friday night Slurpees, which I think is hilarious. I absolutely think it's hilarious. Yeah, I know. Can you believe that? The guy in New York, that is just, I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't understand that. There are those people who really want to prosecute people because they don't like who they are. Justice is just justice has to be equally applied to everybody. I don't care who you are. Where your politics are. Justice needs to be a level playing field, and that's what makes a country, I think, function and be cohesive when we can trust that. And we gotta be able to trust that, and that's important. And I hope we move in that direction. That's my hope, and that's where I stand. I mean, if someone does something wrong, they should. I don't care who they are. They should be held accountable. If someone doesn't do something wrong, I don't care who they are. They should be protected by the law, right? Well, and here's I I don't know if we can't talk about, I can't talk about those things verbally, right? But if you go back in the 80s when they changed some of the laws, or in things they're trying to change the law now with, the alpha, um, Rambo, those acronyms right there, and then the 1 and the 5, right? Those things. If you go back, it used to be the ones that were like machine, and then they were like the fun things with a G, right? That used to be the law back then. Now it's going for that, and then it'll change. Like you look at Canada, they're already going after the hand, pew pews, right? And then if you, I don't know if you know this, in New Zealand they're starting to make the knives illegal. They're not legal. And you look at Chicago, you look at Massachusetts, you look at North Carolina, some of those states, they don't allow a knife over 3 inches. They consider that, incredibly dangerous. It's anything can be dangerous. The most dangerous thing that's killed the most people has still been a truck in France. That's the most dangerous thing when somebody killed. And we're not gonna, not gonna make it illegal for anybody to own a truck, right? That's a livelihood. We don't think that. Would you take a knife away from a chef? No. So I don't know. It's philosophical, right? You want people to be able to use the tools for what they're meant to be. I had exactly, Rocky. I had a teacher in high school. He was a Navy SEAL from Vietnam, and he had zero discipline issues. And you know why? There were rumors that during Vietnam he had a lot of assignments to take out certain people, and he had a very high count, and he was very good at it. And let me just say that people who were drill instructors who knew him were very respectful. Now, mind you, there were colonels who knew him, and they would call him sir and he was only a captain because of what he did. He was the kind of guy that you're like, yeah, I'm not going to mess with you. Yes, sir. Absolutely. You're not having an issue with this guy because you look at him, you realize he could probably take that pencil and my life would be over. Exactly, right? So the question is, it's what's the tool? Oh, what happened? Oh, what did I say? Did I say something, Rocky? Did I misspeak or something? I'm sorry if I said something. I do apologize. Well, Rocky, if I said something that I didn't mean, that came across or something, I do apologize. So hopefully I didn't, but if I did, I really do apologize. And if you let me know what it is, I will absolutely, hopefully try to clear that up. Oh, take the knife from the chef. Okay, all right. I thought you were being serious because man, we were talking, and sometimes people, this can be a sensitive topic to some people, and I get that. Some people may like it, some people may not, and some people get, have a lot vested in it. But I absolutely agree. Like I would never want to take that away from a chef, right? I mean, gosh, that's like, I don't know, that's like taking that's like taking a hammer and a chisel away from a carpenter. Why would you do that? And you were even talking about that day you see hammers, anything. Do you know still the most dangerous thing that's used for any sort of attacks that causes physical or fatal attacks is still a knife. And do you know what that knife is? 98% of those knives are kitchen knives, chef knives. That's what they are. And would we ever think to outlaw them? No, because they're such a critical tool that everyone uses in a kitchen. It's just ridiculous. No. So, there. Have I ever tried to arm wrestle a farmer? So, Lone Wolf, I will tell you, my stepfather, he was a mechanic, and he worked on large broilers in a hospital. And he had the kind of hands, he was shorter than me, but he could turn a nut on a bolt, and he could tighten it as sometimes I could do with a wrench. And I didn't realize that. And he had hands that could grab hot things, and it wouldn't burn him because he had thick calluses. And I remember one time I tried to squeeze his hand, and I was lifting weights in high school. I was super strong, and I was a kid benching 365. I thought it was like really big, and he literally bruised the bones between my fingers, as I tried to squeeze his hand. And he wasn't trying to squeeze hard back. He just squeezed down because I squeezed hard at him. I had no idea how strong his hands were. So you talk about people like mechanics and farmers. I mean, they're just naturally strong, right? It's just way it is. Yeah, especially as able as they're able to move and quickly. I mean, you watch a real chef, and when they're cutting and the way they're doing stuff, it literally, if I attempted to do that, I would be like fingerless, right? But they're so good at it, and it just becomes natural. Just like you talk about hammers. I mean, you ever look at a carpenter and people who do a lot of carpentry and any sort of woodworking, the way they're able to hammer nails. I mean, there's not even a question. They're able to whack that hammer perfectly every time. I get good at it if I'm doing it for a bit of a time, but I'm not doing it regularly. So then after a while, I'll go out there and I'm hammering something again, and I'll bend that nail and I won't hit it just right. But someone who does it all the time, they're right on top of it. If you're going to choose one, well, I mean, me with knives, if you're going to choose one, the question is, what's the size of it? How well does it move? And how sharp it is, right? And the opportunity one, most likely the one that would be used the most is going to be the kitchen knife. The dollar store kitchen knife is actually more of an opportunity. And that's usually because that's easier to access, right? But if you're going to use the tool and you're a craftsman, right, then maybe it might be something else, but we'll just go there. Hey, Randy, appreciate you being here. I know it's a weird topic, man. I don't know if anybody likes this topic, man. I hope I don't. I normally just talk knives, but we got kind of philosophical tonight. It's definitely different. So I don't know what everybody thinks about it, but appreciate you being here. Hey, and hopefully you can be here next week for the big 2K giveaway. Please stop back if you get a chance. The ZTO 350. That is a nice knife. I really like my ZT 562, or is it 562, the carbon fiber one. That one was really nice. I owned it a while ago, but that was the one that I think was soft steel. It was S20CV, and it just wasn't great. So, oh, no problem. Well, I appreciate that, man. All right. Well, you get some good sleep. We are about 18 minutes away. Probably we're going to wrap it up. I usually try to wrap it around 10 o'clock Central here, so we'll go for another 18 minutes or so. But yeah, ease of opportunity is absolutely going to be. So if I'm in a situation where I need to do some defensive stuff, right? Then if I had better opportunity and access to that kitchen, then obviously that would be the tool that I would go for. If I had to, it was really hard to get, like the ZT, that might not be as easily as accessible, right, as the other one. So the question is, if you're in a situation where you had to defend yourself, which one am I going to go for? The one I can get to the fastest. How about that? That would be my answer, Milton. I think if I had, what would be my opportunity? It would be, um, oh, that's what you just said. Ease of opportunity. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just read that. Oh man, I was going there. Okay, you were there all along, and I was just catching up. All right, man. A day late and a dollar short, as I'm trying to keep track of all the different comments. So, all right, and I think there's a little delay in some of the stuff here. So, yeah, it just we just try to keep up with it. But absolutely, you're right. It's ease of opportunity, and that's exactly where I was going to say. Whatever the ease of opportunity, it's like one of the things they teach you tactically too. If you're in a situation and you have to defend yourself, you create distance, you create space. That's the first thing. But if you're in a situation where you have to defend yourself, what's the first thing you do? A chair can be something. Something you have in your hand can be something. Your flashlight, even throwing the flashlight, can be something. You want to be able to create that space so you can defend or evade or get away, right? Uh, I would say that that would be, you look for that. You can't sell anything, you like everything too much. Oh, so let me tell you about the Drift LC. Oh, I almost lost my mic. Hold on. I gotta grab that for you real quick. Where is it? Yes. Okay. So here's the Drift LC. It was a loaner from Quiet Carry, And I loved it so much, I asked them, I said, okay, I don't know when you're dropping this because I very much would like to get one of these. And then they were dropping them on their site and they were available. And it was lent to me. It had a little ding on there, but I liked it so much and it's so beautiful that I said, all right, I really don't care. It has a little ding. And I know that's probably why you were sending it out as a loaner, but can I buy this? Because I really, really like this knife. I don't care about the dings. I'm going to probably put more dings on it as I carry this thing. And they said yes. So I was able to buy this knife, even though it was a loaner. And, you know, it had a ding. I don't care. To me, that was perfectly fine. So I do own this knife now. I actually bought it. So I am super excited about this knife. I really do enjoy that. So it's a really, really, really nice knife. So yes, I do own it. I did buy it. It is in my collection. It is a favorite. I've been carrying this a lot more, so I've really enjoyed that. And I want to tell you that LC 200N, beautiful. I mean, and this edge has been ridiculously sharp, and I've been able to hone this up really, really crazy nice. And the action, I like the 9. I love the 9. The 9 is fantastic, but I would say this is probably just a tad bit better than the 9. Right now, the ergonomics and the shape of this one, the contour, the comfort is just amazing. Everything's so rounded perfectly. The access to the frame lock is ridiculous. Here's my little thing. If they did this with the Quiet Carry LC, the large Quiet Carry, if they had done this, I would still be owning the Quiet Carry. They radial profiled it, and that made it too sharp. This is perfect, absolutely perfect. I would love for them to made this kind of chamfering on the large IQ. That would have made that knife perfect. But I don't have any tools where I could have done that to it. I would have if I had any sort of tools where I could have chamfered it like that, but I don't. So I'm not going to try because that's too much of a knife for me to try to mess with to see that. I hope I might do it, but this is perfect. So yeah, I recommend this, by the way. All right, so yeah, I can't sell anything. I agree. So you skipped 18 and grabbed the XM24. That's a big boy. That is a big knife. Is that one over 9 inches? It's got to be over 9 inches. The Odin Wolf Catcher on my nightstand. Yeah, okay. Definitely a big knife to carry for sure. That's perfect for your weeds. Yeah. In Vanix. So yeah, I know. I mean, Vanix Super Clean is absolutely probably going to be a little better edge retention. I get that. The edge retention is not bad on this. I mean, we're a little over 154 CN on the edge retention. I mean, it's not quite M390 kind of grade. I get that, but you know, this is meant to be a saltwater kind of knife. It's meant to be use it in that type of environment. So if I'm out sweaty somewhere, I'm absolutely comfortable. I'm not going to destroy this knife, right? It's up there with Manix, MagnaCut, because MagnaCut is just about, if not equivalent to, if not better than even 200 LC200N. But I get it. Yeah, like I do like my Vanix Super Clean. What is it? Oops, I have to move the mic again. Man, I can't wait till I go wireless. I like this one right here, the Vanix Super Clean on this one. This is really nice. And by the way, if you haven't tried out the Tau S, they have their new clips. Man, this clip is really nice. If you were not a fan of the wire clip and you like a milled titanium clip, this is really sweet. It fits right in there really well. So I highly recommend that. Really nice. And by the way, because of that clip, let me make sure I get this. I can left finger reverse flick it now. Oops, of course I say that. Come on, I just had it. What the heck? I was doing this all day long the other day. Okay, there we go. Of course, because I'm saying it, right? But I was left hand reverse flicking it all day long without a problem until I started talking about it. But I like that, especially with a mill clip. So, oh, so you got the Voyager XL. All right. Yeah, the 9, I like, don't get me wrong, I really love my 9, and I'm not getting rid of that one. That one is a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. But right now, I'm really, really enjoying this one. This is the same joy that I got out of my, and I still get out of my F5.5, which I never thought I would enjoy a knife that only had a thumb hole deployment. I thought that would be a boring knife. Single deployment, I thought, yeah, I'm not going to like that. I like multiple deployment. But then I got the f5.5 and I was like, okay, I'm wrong. I really do like that a lot, right? And so, you know, and I was also wrong about the kickstop, single deployment. This one really makes it a lot of fun. So that sounds like a Rob's rambling right there. I should talk about knives that surprised me with single deployment. Like even my McNeese, right? This is single deployment, but I really, really enjoyed this one a lot too. And so, and being able to left finger reverse flick it, whatever, is really nice as well. You just got to make sure you know where to go. Of course, doing it on camera now, I seem to not be able to do it for you guys, but there you go. I mean, it works really, really nice. So, but I like those. Oh, so you don't like the you don't like the chamfering around this hole right here on this one? See, I found that to be because of the hole shape. I have no problem getting the meat of my finger or a nail in there. Of course, I'm trying to show you. I have no problem getting in there like that because of that shape, and so it's very comfortable, right? It's the same feeling that I had with this one right here. This one's pretty chamfered as well if you look at it too. It's not as sharp as some of the other ones. For instance, I will say this one is very, very, very strong, and it's not as chamfered, it's sharp. So definitely get you a nice, you know, pronounced flick on that one. But where'd it go? It was right here somewhere. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this one's a little sharper as well too, but it's a much smaller hole too, and it's kind of hard to get in there. So I think it needs the edge. I don't know, but for me, that was what I've noticed. So okay, the lock bar blocks it a little bit. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, not every knife is going to be for everyone. It's a matter of aesthetics. You know, there's some knives I'm not a fan of that people love, right? And there's some knives that people love and I'm not a fan of, and that's okay, right? Like for instance, I love the Relative, but I'm not a fan of the Nimble. I'm just not, and it's because of that, and it's really because of my big meaty fingers. The flipper here, which is cool as all get out to flip, but when you close that knife, it would always catch on my finger, and then in order to clear it, it would get over here, and then this would cut right into my nail or into my knife, into my finger, and I hated that. But this one is just perfect without that. And you know, if it's tuned just right, that front flipper works beautifully in any way. You can just flip it all day long, and that's very, very nice. So, but that's me. I didn't care for that. I know a lot of people who love that flipper, and it's totally cool. If you love the flipper, go for it. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe you have a different f5.5. This is one of the newer ones with the JG10, but it's pretty chamfered in there. It's not as sharp. I mean, it's not as rounded. I will gather that. It's not as rounded as the Drift, okay? That's definitely a little more rounded. You can definitely see the chamfering there, right? So I don't know if you can see that. Definitely a little more chamfered for sure, you know. And this, but you can definitely see some chamfering in this one, but it's not as pronounced as that one, but it's still pretty soft, relatively speaking. It's not as sharp as, let's say, yeah, like a Spyderco. I mean, Spyderco is just sharp. You can start a Ferris rod with that. I can stick a Ferris rod and start a fire with that hole, right? But that's just part of a Spyderco. Everyone knows that's just how Spyderco works because that perfect circle, right? You know, which is kind of cool. I mean, and I'm okay with that because that hole is always fits just about any finger, any part of can get in there to use it. So to me, it works, and it's the same on the Mannix, right? You know, works exactly the same thing. So I don't know. Well, you know, it's again, that's a preference thing. He may not like the chamfering. Some people love the chamfering. Some people don't like a very sharp hole. They don't like it at all. I mean, some people, I get why some of them need to have some edge to them, right? So some of them, when they're smaller holes, are harder to get for bigger fingers. So if you got a really larger finger, it's hard to get in there, right? And so sometimes having that edge, you can catch it on your nail, and it gets a little bit better, or it can get on the meat of your finger and gets a little bit better. But if you don't have a giant finger and it fits in there just nicely, to me, that works just as well. But again, it's a preference thing. And that's the thing. Not everyone's going to love the same thing, you know? Some people, I would imagine, I mean, because if you look at the Willamette Customs, this is very chamfered as well. Beautifully chamfered. Reminds me probably, it's going to be in between, I would say, the drift and in between the F5.5 as far as the level of chamfering. But it's perfectly chamfered all the way around, but really nicely, right? And I can get in there both hand, left and right hand. But it is pretty chamfered. So like that, but I don't mind it. So I can understand it. I mean, he may not like it, and that's okay. And I, you know what? I don't know if you guys, but I saw an episode. I don't know who it was, viewers, but they were talking about when they came to the realization that they didn't have to buy the knives that everybody said that they had to buy. And a lot of my stuff in my collection were things that people were like, you need to get this one. You need to get this one. And some of them were great. They were phenomenal. I loved them. I thought they were just like the next thing, best thing to slice bread. But then some I got and I'm like, I have it in my collection because I'm supposed to like this. I'm supposed to really like this. And I was told I'm supposed to like this. So I have it in my collection because I'm told I was supposed to like this, right? And then after a while, I was like, I don't like this. I really don't like this. I don't use this knife. I don't care for this knife. But I'm told I'm supposed to like this. But I don't like this knife. I don't know if you guys have gone through that, but I did. And so I've kind of come to the conclusion now where I'm going to get a knife that I like, and I'm okay with that. Even if it doesn't quite agree. I mean, I look at some of the knives that, like, for instance, this just I like the stuff he reviews. Don't get me wrong, but Metal Complex, he reviews some over the top knives that I will probably, at least where I stand right now in my collection, I will probably never own and would never use because every knife I own, I want to carry. I want to use a knife. If I'm going to have it in my collection, I want to enjoy it. I want to appreciate it. I want to I want it to be something fun that I carry, or else to me, unless it's a safe queen, which this has meaning. It's my dad's knife. That has meaning, right? But if it's not a safe queen, I don't want to feel like I have to keep it in my collection because I'm supposed to. And I don't acquire knives to trade or sell or just to look at. And that's okay if you do. If that's what you do, it's okay. This is just me. I'm talking about my collection, right? Everyone, you do you, and I'll do me, and that's okay. That's what's so cool about the knife community. You can collect every knife and never use it and just collect it, and that is okay because that's what you want to do. I can collect every knife and use it, and that's okay because that's what I want to do, right? I mean, some people might freak out that I use this and I cut boxes open with. Some people are like, oh, what? I don't know if you knew. I took this to my son's barn, and he was getting a new sheep, and they had these giant sunflower weeds that were literally 8, 9 feet tall and had trunks about that big. And I mean, they're sunflowers, right? But you had to cut through almost like I was chopping sunflower weeds and cutting them down and breaking them apart with my McNeese knife. With this knife, I was doing all of that with this knife right here. Matter of fact, you might even see still some scuff marks on there, but some people might be like, what? You can't do it. Yeah, I mean, I use it. So that's me. I don't know about you guys. Where do y'all stand on that? Exactly. And you know what? But I agree with you. If you follow that, you find a reviewer that fits your style, right? But here's the other thing. I like to watch other reviewers I don't agree with because they talk about something about a knife I never thought of. There are some people who will criticize a knife that they don't like, but what they bring out is something that I like, and they'll mention something, and I'll go, that's exactly what I was wanting to know if it did, and it's exactly what I want it to do. You know, what I'm trying to think of something, a specific knife where something like that happened. Uh, Thinking here in my collection, was there something? Okay, so here's a knife. I had one good review about this one, the Sakshi. I really, really like this knife, right? But then there's some people who criticize this knife because of some of the things. They're like, well, it's real simple. It's like exactly like every other knife and blah, blah, blah. And, the blade shape. And I was like, and they talked about some of the things that I was like, that's exactly what I wanted to know about that knife. And that's perfect. And this is one of the cheaper Wii knives, but this is one of those knives I go back to so often because I like this knife. It's so fidgety. I can just sit there all day long and fidget this knife. This is one of those knives that is just very, very enjoyable for me, right? For whatever reason, this knife is, if fits in my hand really well, the contoured shapes. Yeah, maybe I'd get a carbon fiber at one point. I always had the goal of dyeing this, but for me, that's my thing. But yeah, you're right. Beaver Baron, I use all of mine. The Sabenza, yeah, exactly. Use it, man. Use it in your yard work. If if I didn't, now, will I go out and chop down a wood tree with this one? Probably not. But I will have no problem cutting a box open. I'll have no problem, cutting through things. I'll have no problem doing any of that. But most likely, if I'm going to somewhere with this knife, I'll probably carry a fifth pocket knife in case I need to do something that I might worry about it, right? But I'm still going to use this. I still open leathers and boxes and everything with this knife. I have no problem with that. It's not in my collection. I pull it out, I do a couple of flicks, and I put it back. This sticks in my pocket. You can already see I have scuff marks on my clip. I'm okay with that because that's a knife gets used, right? So, but that's okay with me. Some people it's not. Some people, if they have one scuff mark, the knife is over. And you know what? That's okay too. If that's what you want. And those people will probably buy two of the same knife, or one they keep and one they use. And I'm totally cool with that because you know what? It's your knife, it's your money, it's your collection. You do with it, you do you, and you do what you want. And as long as you enjoy it, as long as it's a knife that you find pleasure in, go for it because that's the whole point. I mean, all this stuff right here, some people, we all know this. Some people don't understand this. They look at this and they go, why? But we all here know this is pleasure. This is enjoyable. This is things that we enjoy. The acquisition of these, putting new scales, upgrading some of these things, maybe tuning something, putting new scales on this, or whatever we've done. Figuring out, oh, this was dirty. I needed to clean it out. It had some gritty grease in there. And once I figured that out and I spoke to the manufacturer, everything was perfect with this knife. Little things like that are perfectly fine. That's the joy for me. And whatever it is for you. Yeah, exactly. I had a Chris Reeve Umnumzon, and that's like the big boy, right? The Umnumzon is like the shaman of Chris Reeve, right? It was beautiful. It was a gorgeous knife. I will no lie, I enjoyed that knife. It was beautiful. But I can tell you, I could not work that frame lock. And you can't tune it because of the way that ceramic ball is embedded in there. You can't take it out and then you can't tune that knife. There's no way to tune it. And for me, it was such a letdown because it was so hard to work. It never broke in really. And I realized I'm not a phosphor bronze fan if I can't get the detent to be tuned like this. I love phosphor bronze when I can do that. To me, that is the type of phosphor bronze that I like. I enjoy that very much. If I can get that nice action, I'm cool with it. Love it all day long. But that's me. That's what I enjoy. May not be for everybody. Yeah, so you end up selling your Sabenza. Yeah, I sold my Chris Reeve Umnums on. I will tell you the good thing about having a Chris Reeve Umnums on, and you probably found this about your Sabenza. If you have it, you don't use it, and then you sell it, you realize that it retained its value. I sold it for what I paid for it, so I didn't lose anything having owned it and experienced it. So I got to experience a knife pretty much for free, and so I appreciated that. It's nice to know it does retain its value. So in that regard, it wasn't a terrible waste, right? It's always nice when that happens. Now, once you use and beat up a knife, you know it loses some of its value. Now I know with McNeese, it's one of those knives that I am pretty sure I could sell this for what I paid for it, but I don't want to sell it, and I wouldn't want to sell it, right? I'm not sure about the Olamic Customs. I don't know if they retain their value, but I have found too much pleasure in this knife that I would ever want to sell it. Just too many small aesthetics that I've enjoyed. I know I could probably make more money off of this knife because of this. A lot of people want just the S35VN version of this, but I really like this version and I don't ever want to get rid of it. Again, it's one of those things, where I like it, I carry it, so I want to keep it, right? But there's things if I don't, I'll probably end up selling it. So curious, out of that, while we wrap this up, oh, we're past 10 o'clock. Okay, so last question. What knife have you guys bought that you liked, you appreciate it, you realized it was a really nice knife, but in the end, you ended up selling it, and you didn't really lose anything on it, but it was like, yeah, I got to experience that. I know a couple of you guys, it's the Sebenza. For me, it was my Umnumzon for sure. My Rick Hinderer Jurassic was the same. Really enjoyed that. Good experience, but not for me. I had a Mini Tempest, Sharp Eye Design. And I'll tell you the only reason why I sold that one. The only reason why I sold that is because I got the Bowie version. And I wish I'd gotten the drop point. And the Bowie version of that was so sharp and the tip was so freaking sharp and so long. I would cut myself so many times on that thing doing the front flip. If I had gotten the drop point, I think it would have been perfect. It made me realize I don't think I'm a big Bowie fan. Now, I don't mind. This is more of a clip point, and that's not terrible, but the real long, super thin Bowie point, just was not a fan as far as that in a front flipper. But that was my 3 experiences. What about you guys? The Wii Exciton. Okay. I can absolutely see that. Yeah, yeah. Where is my Exciton? I will tell you that it is a long knife, and um, it's almost too long. But it fits my hand and it works in my hand. But I do get it because sometimes it is, yeah, I can definitely see that. And the problem is, for me is I've made it work and I enjoy the way it works. And so I'm okay with it because I carry it and I enjoy the heck out of it. So yeah, but I think I was really tempted to get the Cepheus and the Warncliffe version, but I just did not like the aesthetic of that one. And I'm pretty sure I would be in the same boat as you. I think I would love it. I think a lot of good things about it, but I don't think I would have ever carried the Ziphius. As much as I wanted to get it because it was the Texas Blade Show and everybody talked about how great it was, but then when I heard that this is pretty much the Ziphius in a different version, I was glad I waited for this one. And the colors and this composition of it really is a pleasing color for me. I like that. I like blacked out. But the only thing I don't like to get a lot of Wii blackout because Wii blackout sometimes their heat treat is not as good, right? But this one somehow works for me because I'm able to get it, but it's almost too big. You're right. It's almost too big, but it's okay. It works for me just enough. But I totally understand that. The Tactile Maverick. Yeah, I you know I had a Maverick. You saw my review. You saw my unboxing. I never did a review because I had to return it. That was a real letdown. But I will tell you what I've been seeing from a lot of people. The people who've gotten the newer versions of the Maverick, they seem to be much better. But I really got to know that they fixed that because my understanding and some of the feedback that I've heard is that they're okay with the action as it is. That they're okay with it being a little stiff, being a little Chris Reeve kind of rollout, that butter kind of glass-like feel in order to keep it from the blade rock. I'm not. Here's the thing. After I've had a Benchmade and I can get this action out of a Hogue, Doug Ritter, I can get this kind of action out of a Adamas or mini Adamas. And I can get it out of a Spyderco, knowing that I can get that. I don't want when I spend $350 on a titanium knife like that, I want to see that same thing. That's me. The Saber Ground Spyderco Endura. Oh, okay. You trade it for Benchmade mini grip. Griptilian, nice. So the Saber Ground, huh? I've always wondered some of those different grinds. Been interested. All right, so Maverick. All right, so then the Halo V. Okay, the Kunwu Pulsar. Now, the Halo V I'm not familiar with. The Kunwu Pulsar I am, and I like my Pulsar, but I have to ask: is it because it was so weak with the Omega springs, or is it just the feel and the fit? I can tell you when I first got my Pulsar, if I had not switched out my Omega springs, I would not have that Omega Pulsar. Fortunately, my Omega springs that I switched that with, they were really stiff. And it gave me a good action after I did that. And so I really liked that. I thought that was really, really cool. But that's the only way I got to keep it, make it work. And I will tell you, there are several knives that I've liked because of that very same thing you're talking about, like certain action. Those things are deal breakers. They really are. Um, if that Omega spring wasn't as tight as it is, my only worry, because it is really good tight Omega springs, I realize there's a real chance that those springs could break. So, you don't get that stiff springs and not realize that one of those springs could break at some point. And that means I would have to buy some new tighter springs for it. Now, fortunately, I have more Omega springs that I bought for another knife. Actually, I bought it for this guy, and I got them out of Austin. They were made here in Austin. All right, well, in Austin, not here in Austin, but near Austin where I live. I live in Central Texas, but near Austin, about 90 miles away. But anyways, they made some really nice tight Omega springs there, and those are really nice. And they actually made this knife really nice too. I don't know if you can feel it, but it has a nice snap to it because of those Omega springs. And this one, see, still a couple times if I don't get it just right, but the reverse flick is fine. But you're right, it's still not as crisp as I would like it to be, but those springs help me out. I don't know, was that the feeling for you? There's a feel. Okay, the finish. Yeah, so I mean, it's either gonna fit and you're gonna like it, or you're not, right? It's one of those things where this was really different when I first got it. And I think if it didn't have the finger choil, if it didn't have all that, I don't think I would have liked it. But because of that, that's the only reason I like it. But here's the thing: I don't look at this as like a. I know it's not cheap. Okay, I'm not gonna. I understand it, but I don't look at this as one of those, like, really fancy knives. Like, I'm gonna be a little more delicate with, because it costs more, right? I'm not gonna treat it like that. I'm gonna treat it more like a work knife like I would do with one of these guys. I'd go out and I've actually used this for yard work, and so for me, it works in that regard. But I can understand that. I can. It's different. Now, did you have the textured titanium, or did you get the G10, or did you get the smooth, the orange peel? Just curious. Just trying to think of what are some of the things that might make it work. Because I'll tell you, my Andrew Demko 8020, 8020.5, I had gotten the first one in the FRN, and then I gotten some micarta scales for it. This is way back when. Then I got the carbon fiber scales for it. But then they came out with a nice steel. It was the 8010. I was like, I really don't want the AUS 10A or whatever it was. And so then I got the titanium textured mill scales. Really, really liked it. Beautiful, gorgeous. Everything looked nice about it. But it was a pocket shredder, and it was very uncomfortable, and I didn't care for it. And so I ended up selling it because I realized I didn't carry it. But I still liked it. And so when I got the carbon fiber version, I was like, that's what I was wanting. That worked for me. So just curious if that had anything to do with it. A little rough around the edges. Okay, definitely. Yeah, the industrial grade titanium. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I can see that. Oh, if you hadn't de-assisted the barrage. Okay. So the barrage was an assisted knife? Okay, I could see that. The orange peel. You know, I think, honest, just thinking about this, if I had textured on this thing, I don't think I would like this. This knife does not, the Tau S would not work with the texture peel. It would be very, it just wouldn't fit, and I wouldn't enjoy it. But I can tell you, for me, this texturing on this knife works for what I do with this one. But this, I also use this one. It's a user. I beat it up. I don't make this like a. I mean, it could look like it's, carry to church, look really nice, clean knife. But man, I have no problem using and abusing this knife, and that's the way I kind of looked at this knife as. And because of that texturing, I like using it in the yard because I'm not going to slip and drop it or anything. So I don't know. maybe it's because, I have a purpose for it, and maybe I made that purpose work and I'm okay with that. If I had expected this to be like this, I think I could see I would probably have moved this one. I can definitely see that. Just like this one, I mean, that wire clip almost ruined this knife for me. If I wasn't able to have gotten that Lynch clip in there temporarily, I would have sold this knife. I would have sold this knife. Now, when they had this titanium clip, this really made the knife almost just so much better. I mean, not that it really did, but it made it better for me. I enjoy this knife more, and I've actually started carrying this a little bit more again, because that to me is an aesthetic I think is important. But that's me. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting thought. Do you think maybe sometimes some of our knives are because we have a purpose or we have a conceived expectation that maybe that might guide us to whether we like it or not or keep it? I'm wondering, because I think when I hear your conversations about what you talk about this, I absolutely can see what you're talking about with the Exciton. I absolutely, and I did run into that, but somehow I overcame that, and I'm thinking it was because I had different expectations. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. And I think if I had the same, if I had different expectations, I would easily have made the same conclusion. I can absolutely see that. Yeah, it is getting late, and I got to get up too, guys. So, yeah. Well, Beaver Baron, I understand that. I would probably not sell them if I honestly, okay, if I didn't have a channel that was doing this, I would probably have more knives, and I had more collection, but I would be moving through them more slowly. But because I'm doing this, and because I get to experience some of this, and this really is fun, I sell some of those that I don't carry. But again, Beaver Baron, I'm a little different, right? I like to use and knives, and if I find I don't use it, I'm gonna move it, right? And so that's why some of the knives get moved. But yeah, so I totally understand that. The Tau S is phenomenal, right? And I can totally agree. And it's so smooth and buttery smooth. And I was on the border with this one, but I think I totally can see with the orange peel. I think yeah, maybe I also have just a little stronger Omega Springs, but I think the texturing of the Omega Springs is what kept this one around. But I can absolutely see where you were going with that. So yeah, guys, it is almost 10:20. We are definitely long. So I'm going to go ahead and probably wrap it up for you guys, or for myself too. But I really appreciate you guys being here. The TS300, is that the one that was lent to me? I think, let me see. I have a Tucson right now that I'm about to ship back with two other knives that was lent to me. I'm trying to think. Can't remember them all. I'm sorry. I'm looking it up real quick. No, I don't have that one. That one's interesting. Oh, that's a cool looking knife. No. Oh, that's cool. And it's a hollow grind, kind of a reverse. Well, it's a Tonto. Yeah, it's officially. I mean, I guess it's a in a Tonto, but it's a very dual grind. I like that. That's cool. Is that the one you're talking about? It looks really nice. And that's the thing. The Tucson's, I would, and it's 14C28N, so it looks like it's got a nice budget steel, and for the price, that's a really good price. Wow, that kind of reminds me up there. Like, I mean, we're getting up there with the like with the Pony Stout, but that's got a little more premium. It's like the Devo Mash. The Devo Mash is really nice, and I know that there's been some Devo Mashes on sale at navsale.com, but because I know that Kevin and Colin, they're coming out with a new version of the mash, I'm actually waiting for that because I know it's around the corner. So that's the reason why I haven't jumped on those, because I think there's another mash that I'm more interested in. Let's just put it that way. I like the mash a lot, but I think the new mash that's coming out, I think I would like to get more. So I'm waiting because, like, I'm not purchasing anything this week until, and if you guys didn't know it, the reason why I'm not purchasing anything this week is because, and if you didn't know, on Wednesday, the new Sharp by Design Evo Typhoon is coming out, the large one. And that's something I'm very, very interested in. So in order for me to be interested in that, I've got to hold back on other things. So there we go. It's hard to get. Yeah, I saw it was out of sale, out of stock. So that's cool. Oh, it does remind you of the Kunwu. It makes you wonder sometimes. Like petrified fish feels very similar to a lot of the Asher knives, right? I wonder if the same OEM makes both of them. Like if maybe petrified fish makes the Asher knives for Asher. I don't know. I'm curious because sometimes you get that feel of a knife and you're like, this feels like a Bestech. You can kind of feel, a Riot. You can sort of feel a QSP. You can sort of feel like I could tell this is Bestech as opposed to when I had the Nimble X. I could tell it was QSP. I could see the difference. Both really, really good, by the way. Matter of fact, I had a chance in that Apex pass around. I got a chance to check out the QSP Rhino. It has a lot of potential, but I'm just not a fan of the Rhino. I think it misses out on a lot of areas. It could be a great knife, but it has 3 big strikes for it that just would make it not part of my collection. So, but I can see that. So anyways, it feels rough and industrial. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that TS300. Hey, join me next week for the big Friday give the big Monday giveaway for next week. We're gonna do the 2K. You guys know about it. I've kind of mentioned it over and over. Oh, 420 secured. I don't think I said hello. Welcome if I did not say hello. But we're just about to wrap up because it's late for a lot of us. Some of you guys may not be, but for me it is. But I really, really appreciate everyone being here tonight. Oh, okay. It's called the T-Kel, T-K-E-L-L. Is that correct? I will have to check that out. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I would like to get I would like to get one solid fixed blade that's not super expensive, but not a cheap one, right? One that's I could stick in the car. I think I would really like that. But I have a pocket knife in the car, but I would like to get maybe also a fixed blade. But I'm weird like that. I like to have those available, and I also like to have them in my bag. So, anyways, all right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you to all the new members, if any of you guys are still around, and thank you to everybody who was here. Um, do come back next Monday. Have a great week, and thank you for making 2K awesome. I really appreciate you guys being a part of that. Watching the videos, being subscribers, being a part of the channel. Man, you guys make it awesome, and I appreciate the conversations. I appreciate the evening. It's been great. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. We'll talk to you soon, either next Monday or in the comments. I always like to reply, so we'll probably talk in the comments. You guys take care. Bye.